Mero's already yelling at the account in here. He's yelling at it. 55% chance the Thunder have to win Game 3 according to ESPN analytics. And he's like, is that a room of human beings or is that a room of computers?
Is it? And then you have yet to answer.
Well, I haven't answered because I can't believe you're arguing with the television already. We don't even have the sound up on the pregame show.
Listen, it's muted, but I still hear Stephen A.
You do still hear Stephen A.
Let me tell y'all something right now. 55% is egregious. Look at Pascal Siakam, bro. This is not look. All right, let me shut up because I don't want to go too hard too early.
There's plenty of time for you. In the interim, though, let me start here. Juju is going to be picture-in-picture here. We want you to interact with him throughout the 3 hours. This is all pregame show before alley-oop. We are here only as entertainment, leading you up to Juju's postgame show. This is the pregame show to that pregame show, and Tony has for us a starting lineup of NBA players who could be your deal.
Yeah. Don't let the goods go. We just got into the show.
We got to start on fire.
We just,
five. You're going to give me a starting five? You're going to give me a sixth man?
Because I've got more than the starting five. I got a whole team. I got a whole roster, so I got to pare down my five.
You had just a starting lineup.
You got 15.
I got 15 strong, Dan. Just like Pat Riley with the suit, 15 strong, right in the pool.
I'm gonna write
Is
down
that
the
what was
name.
inside or what?
He's not Tom Thibodeau.
You tell me if this name's on your list. Just give me a nod, okay?
Wait a minute.
Slide it over to you.
We know Al Horford's going to be on the list.
For sure.
It's the Al Horford list. It's like the.
It's like that's the award is named after him.
Pathetic.
Exactly
Mike.
right.
That's pathetic. That's not playing the game
What do you mean?
correctly.
That's not playing the game correctly. He's on the list.
It's the Al Horford Memorial Deal
He
conversation.
picked the guy that it's like that. Mike Ryan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Literally played it like that was
That's
amazing.
not playing it correctly.
What do you mean? I nailed it. I couldn't play it better.
Yo, Mike.
You got the easiest
Mike wins all the
one.
time.
No,
Mike wins every argument in his house.
He does
Thank you,
think that he wins all the. You know him well.
You have his house bugged? What is that?
You just,
How do you know?
you already know.
The energy is because I win every argument. I lose every argument in my house, I should say. So I know a dude that wins every argument in his house. You know what I'm saying? He looks like that type. Like he don't back down.
Now, is this active?
Hold on, Mike. I want you to absorb that Mero has correctly identified, as a street hustler who identifies people correctly, he already knows who you are, and he spent 3 minutes with you.
No.
Papi, te
No.
pillé. De lejos, como Reggie Miller. Oh, no, not Reggie Miller.
No. If there's
Halliburton.
one thing I don't know about me, is that I admit when I'm wrong.
Haliburro, go on.
No one lays their shield
Oh, you
down
can
quicker
say.
than
You
me.
can say. You're good.
Hey, oh, we cursing? Yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. I just had to let that first one go,
Well,
bro.
Mero's here at least to put a curse on Halliburton, right? You're
Yes.
here at least in part.
I'm
it's
here.
just straight Pacer hater.
That's what I am here to do. As a member of the light skin delegation, I'm here to curse Halliburton.
I
know what I'm
got.
saying?
I got two questions for Tony before we get into his list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these all active players?
Yeah, they're active players.
Oh, active.
Active. If you have a list of guys that you want to go back in the day, that's a different list.
Okay.
You
This
guys
is
do
active.
realize that LeBron is now of the age that he could be
Dan?
deal.
Dan?
All right. My second
Slow
question.
down.
These are all power forwards, yeah?
Yeah, everybody's a power forward.
Come
It's
on,
a bunch of stretch fours, Dan.
Yeah, stretch fours.
If Brandon
thinking
Bass
like-
were active, he'd be on this list.
Yeah, 100%.
I want to get
Big
to
perk.
that in a second, but I want first to find out what the Halliburton curse is. Is there Santeria involved? Is there like
There was. I did it before I got on the plane, because you got to decapitate the chicken and let it hang until
blood
all the
drips.
blood comes out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that No, I didn't. I'm sorry, Peter. Don't go crazy. I didn't do anything like that at all. I rubbed my dog. I pet my dog on the head, and I lit a candle. You know what I'm saying? From the Botanica. That's what you got to do.
you didn't have to go to extreme measures for Game 7. If Knicks Pacers had gone Game 7, then you would have incurred whatever Peter Wrath there was to incur.
I don't care. Whatever. We doing Palo with cigars, all that. I need an old lady with a dress. Doing like all of that. Yes. If the Knicks were involved. But they're not. So stakes are lower.
Tony, I'm going to slide two more names over to you.
What we got?
Does Juju have any nominations?
Son of a bitch.
He's good at the game. He's good at the game. Mike is very so he's
He wins every argument. They were both on the list.
The second one, no. The first one, for sure. This guy's good.
all right. So let's see. Do you have any?
It's almost like he did a
nominees?
show today earlier.
Do you have any nominees? For,
So since you said active, I had to retract mine, because mine immediately, the first person I thought of was Ronnie Turiaf.
it's so good, but he's retired.
He's retired
It's such,
now.
an, it's
You know what
such
I'm
an
saying?
excellent one.
It was
Remember
a
his
crazy
contribution
That was
to
a
that
pull.
championship Heat team? All we needed was a big guy with hands.
And 6
he
fouls.
delivered. Yeah.
That's it. Big
He could
dude,
catch.
6 fouls.
Joel Anthony could not catch.
Could not catch.
Roman Turiaf could catch.
Joel Anthony had frying pans for hands. Ronny Turioff could catch the ball, but I do remember the laughter of that Heat team of LeBron and Bosh and Wade having to shop in such a discount bin for everyone else that they only could get the guy with hands, but he had heart problems.
Right. But
Like
then Birdman's coke suspension came up, and we're like, yeah,
let's get him. That's our guy. Go get him. Yo, he'll do great in Miami.
And then it was Greg Oden.
Yo, resurgence.
Was it harder
Crazy.
than coke?
Miami Heat legend.
I think it was much harder than
I
coke.
thought it was heroin.
Yeah, it was
I
much
thought
harder.
it was heroin.
I thought it was meth.
Meth?
Yeah.
I thought it was harder than
I'm
What
on
are
coke.
you doing? Is that a white thing?
I one time bumped into him at a gas
Oh, yeah,
station
you
in
did.
Destin, Florida.
You bumped into him?
What?
Yeah, man.
Ronnie
really
Turner for
crazy.
smoking meth, dog?
Again, you guys are doing
No, Birdman.
you're
Birdman. Yeah,
you're
my bad.
doing-
Yeah, him, I believe.
Again, you're doing bumps when it's not cocaine.
I'll slide another name to you.
It's heroin.
It's heroin is crazy.
I thought it was heroin.
Close.
Was?
Oh,
In the same family.
it's the other one?
Is it the turkeys? I wonder what's on that list, bro.
Wait
It's
a
like
minute, is there a Morris brother on that list?
Oh, now you're playing the game.
Oh, he just said, was it the other one?
Ah, there's only a couple other ones.
They were Cubans. The Cubans in the NBA. The big ones.
We're having fun.
the big
I think I speak for everybody when I say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
No, they're Cuban. No, they're Cuban.
They're definitely
They're
Cuban.
definitely Cuban.
They're definitely
We
Cuban.
claim
You
them
walk
as
that
Cuban.
back. They're
Yeah,
ours.
yeah. They're absolutely Cuban.
You will
Also,
appreciate-
Mero, I bought a shirt for you. I need your address and your size. I bought a shirt for you to wear.
Oh,
I know you and your
ouch.
team
Ouch.
Wow.
Juju,
Damn,
that's
prepared
good.
for it. So I got about 100 of
Come
these
on,
in the
champ.
house right now.
That's
Wow,
aggressive,
don't do that.
Juju. That's-
Don't do that. Send them to Somalia, bro, or somewhere where they can use them, where they send the championship joints that don't work. Damn, bro. Damn.
Tony, I got another question.
Yeah, Juju did me. Juju dunked on me in the
Question or
first
me?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
No, it's
he's
a
got
question.
prize
That's
for you.
crazy.
Steve,
That's like when you're on a high school team and you know you're going to play a better high school team, but they 3 hours away, and you like, yo, we taking this bus ride just to get fucking waxed.
That's right.
About 38,000 points.
Is one of the uncles active in this NBA Finals? Yeah, because James Johnson is he on the list or not?
No,
Basically,
no, James Johnson is not on my list.
I'm rooting for him to
James
get a
Johnson,
ring.
James Johnson is the deal that is not on the list because he's incarcerated.
We pour it out to him
Yeah.
before we start the barbecue.
You pick him up. You be like, yo, shout out to Tio Emilio.
Are there any white uncles on this list?
There is.
I think
Oh
Jokic.
wait, can Tios be uncles? Can they be
Well,
white?
yes.
Can Tios
Can
be
they be
white?
can they be uncles, unks, and tios?
Yes, to all the answers, and there is
All
a
my Asian
white.
people-
There is
There's
a
a white?
white. There is a white
There's a
on the
white.
team. He's on the second team.
There's a
There's a
white.
white, but he's
There's a white.
He's a second
Is it a
teamer.
Plumlee?
It is no. God,
It's
no.
active.
There's a
There's
Plumlee
always
somewhere,
there's
right?
always a
There's
Plumlee.
Or is there a
There's
Zeller?
a, right, there's a Plumlee. He was bald.
Who
There's
plays
another
for the
one.
Clippers? Is a Clipper a Plumlee or a Zeller? He was
The
running around out
Zeller,
there.
Cody
He
Zeller.
was a Zeller.
He's an uncle.
Ah, the Zellers.
Anderson
That's
tested
Uncle Cody.
positive for a drug of abuse, which was defined as amphetamines, cocaine, opiates, PCP, and LSD.
Oh, he was
Heroin
turned up.
not on this list.
What a bomb there! That was.
He is turned up.
So mix it up, baby. The remix.
Birdman was
That was the
getting high
remix
for
to the
real.
remix
Not
to the
saying he was
remix.
doing all of it, but it had to be at least one of those. Not heroin. So that's an important
No
correction.
manteca.
Juju's always there with the allegedly. Thank you. I appreciate
Is
all
it
the help on
allegedly?
that.
Well, I guess I didn't reveal it. But
Even
he,
Birdman
he
would be
definitely
like,
did
"You're
drugs.
good."
He definitely did drugs.
He's like,
He's
are you
there is
shitting
an
me? I
alleged
was
there.
under a bridge, all right? I was
on.
in a terrible condition.
I was doing something.
But heroically, because you guys forgot a center there, we would accuse Eric Dampier back then of playing the entire game in chancletas because he couldn't get off of the floor.
Update, another article includes heroin. So
Okay,
there you
thank
go.
you.
Trifecta.
Allegedly. Take back your allegedly, Juju. I'm safe.
You're good.
There's only journalists in this room, goddammit.
Again, though, the discount bin was so empty. They had the center with hands who had a heart problem, and they cured it all by getting the guy who
Who was on crack?
That's an all-timer, right?
and they skyrocketed. And they're one of the best teams I ever seen as soon as they got the guy who did
Yo.
nothing but go 8 for 8 every game with 8 dunks.
Hey, yo, listen.
Dude, he's guessing all
I'm
of
pretty
these.
sure this is my passion right now, guessing the unks in the NBA.
Oh, let's go.
So I don't understand how you guys are playing the game, though. You're playing it privately. You're not sharing it with
I'm not
us.
spoiling
No,
it.
we haven't said the names
All right,
yet.
well, go
he's
ahead.
just
Let's
showing
get,
me the names.
Fine, let's get
Okay.
It's been a
started.
great game back here that I've got to hear.
All right, we're going to start with the guys off the bench, and then we're going to go with the starters. So off the bench,
Wait. So unks, just give me
Guys in the NBA who could be your tío.
Okay.
Got you.
Slash unk.
Slash unk.
Slash uncle.
Slash uncle.
Uncle Dave.
All right. At one of the guards, Kyle Lowry.
That one was easy.
Yeah.
He works like in the county building, though.
Yeah,
He's the unk that got straight and said, you know what? I'm going to keep my life on the... He's do a
built
post
like-
office job,
Post
do the
office.
government
You don't
stuff.
you
No
don't get-
cloudy piss. I'm on the
You
straight
don't
and
get to have an
narrow.
ass like that and not be an uncle.
Uncles are wide.
Controversial
Right.
take. He's built like a titi.
He is. He is. He is.
He got the titi arms. He got the
That's a
titi
different
ass.
list, though. That's a different list.
Okay, I'm just saying.
You work on that top 5.
Guys from the NBA that could be your tia.
It's a different.
That is so good.
Ironically enough, David Ortiz is on that list. Why? Why is David Ortiz
He looks
on this
exactly
list?
like my
Cross
grandmother.
sports.
That's
It's
why.
cross sports.
He looks exactly like my
Do you
mom.
know how few NBA players in history he can make that accusation of on body type? Like you can slap an apron on Kyle Lowry
That's
and
it.
yes.
Right
Like,
now.
oh, yeah.
Same haircut and everything. And they're like, yeah, it's too much to be like having long.
Demasiado calor.
Yo me lo corto bien cortito, pero bien nice.
Oh, they had Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry.
Oh, wow.
Definite unk. For sure unk.
But Eddie Curry's not in the league anymore.
No, this is active. We're going active here.
Okay.
Another guard, Jose Alvarado.
Suspended 80 games.
I keep thinking
He is suspended 80 games. What the hell?
That's
Pelicans didn't even tell me.
For heroin?
I keep thinking you're gonna say like where they went to high school. The way you're saying this, at guard.
I don't know where he went to school. But
From Hialeah High School.
Deal.
Jeremy, find out what drug.
T-Breads.
What drug?
At the small forward position, another guy that Mike had on his list, PJ Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
He really is just old black player.
Yeah. He's the cool. He's the cool unk.
He earned the roster spot over Garrett Temple.
Deontay Christmas, sorry. At the other forward spot, Carmelo Anthony.
Oh.
Primo tuyo.
Primo. El body.
He's not active.
No, but he's
El body.
Bias. No.
We're
Let's go
active.
together.
We're active. We're active.
Exactly. In his spot, realistic with the active players, it was Derek White.
Derek White.
That was the one White I had. Derek White.
that's
I can see him over a domino table, like shuffling him up.
That's a Theo hairline.
Yeah, he came home, right? So that's the thing.
That was
It's
the
a Theo
White.
that was holding on a little too long, and then all of a sudden
He's
went
like,
to the barber and he said, "Quítamelo todo, ya."
Sí, yo no, ya. A Elizabeth no le gusta.
Can I ask you guys, though, of all of these that you have put out there so far, Turioff is the only one who's at the grill at the barbecue, right? Just visually, he's the only one at the barbecue who's
Big old shoulders, bro.
who's grilling.
I have a couple guys in the starting lineup that could opt for the barbecue.
We're not in
spot.
the starting lineup yet.
No, that was just a
Jesus.
bench guy.
15 players. We're just getting started.
It's just the
Chris.
bench players,
Show's early.
At the center spot, another guy Mike had on his list, Brooke Lopez.
When Robin first.
He's
and
the
they
one
told me he was
a
his
little
brother.
strange. He comes in chancletas with no socks, and you're like, "What's this guy doing? Like, put those toes away. Wears size 26 shoe. Come on, I don't want
He's
to do
been
that."
married 5 times.
Yeah, keeps to one of
he's
your
cool.
tias, but then keeps coming back.
Coming back.
You're like,
It's
didn't you
still
divorce
cool.
my tia? What are you still doing
Why
here?
are you still at the function, bro? Like,
Wearing like the Jesus sandals.
yes, all the time with
It's
bad feet.
so good that you
Bad
guys
toes looking like this. Wow.
It's so good that
Gang
you guys
signs on
went
the toes?
Brooke.
Crazy. Like that one picture of LeBron on the dock.
You guys went Brooke there. You can't go Robin. He's too weird.
He's
to
too
be
weird.
on.
Yeah.
He's too
Nah.
unusual. He can't have all the frizzy
Brooke
hair.
brought him one time. We said, "Oye, nunca,
Yeah.
nunca."
Yeah. Se tigre loco. He's on some. He's on some Birdman shit.
All right, starting 5. We'll start at the center position. El primo, el tigre, Al Horford.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a. That's a.
What happened there? There's no fanfare?
Chris,
Long day.
it's only gonna get longer, buddy. At the power forward spot,
yo.
he's not. Hey, yo, he is not active, but he's active in our hearts. Okay, and if you tell me you have an issue with this one, you have to take it up with him, Mr. Miami, Mr. 305, Udonis Haslem.
Oh,
You want to say no?
he's on.
You want to say no?
He's a
Again,
certified.
not active. Carlos Arroyo.
Está activo.
Not active.
Not active, pero está activo.
Every time. So let me tell you something about Udonis Haslem that I don't know, but I know. Is that every time he didn't play, you know how they put DMP? They didn't put DMP, they put UNC. DMP, UNC. Not coach's decision. Nah, you just bro, on the bench.
Just holding it down.
Hold it down. Take this Crown Royal with you. You know what I'm saying?
Or the Remy.
Yeah, or the Remy.
The Remy, the
You know
Remy,
what
the
I'm
Remy,
saying?
the Remy.
17, 38.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
At the other forward spot, somebody you didn't have, but you should have written down, Draymond Green.
Oh,
That's the uncle that starts fighting with all the other tios, and you're like,
that's yo, don't let him drink.
Come on.
Don't let him drink. Yo, llegó tío Draymond. Hey, shh, hey.
No, guárdalo.
Drink, though, it needs to be Rémy Martin. That's what he needs to be drinking, but
He brings his own.
Responsibly.
He brings his own, and that's what we all,
1738. So you see it. 1738.
At the guard spot, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
He comes in La Guayave, the Gallavera.
Yeah.
He comes in the Gallavera.
At the domino table.
At the
Derek
domino
White.
pit, he's got the cigar going. He's just chill, Mr. Cool, doing his thing, and then se pone, tú sabes.
Thank you for doing that, Chris. I would like to play for Mero here some sound of David Sampson, the former Marlins team president, saying a handful of words in Spanish. Let's start
Palabras en español, Dan?
Let's start how he says guayabera. How does he say guayabera?
A Gallavera. A Gallavera.
Yo, was he auditioning?
Gallavera.
A guy of era.
What? A guy of Vera. Was he
A
auditioning for
Gallavera.
Dune? Or was he saying Spanish words? What was he doing?
Let's play for him tetas. The word tetas is said by David Sampson, who lived a long time in South Florida among Hispanics.
Tetas.
Tetas?
Tetas.
Yo,
Hate it.
Tetas.
yo. That sounds like a menu item at a Guy Fieri joint.
Tetas.
And finally, croquetas.
Correcta. Correcta.
Careta?
Correcta.
Mask, bro?
I have to think he's saying the restaurant just to help him out a little.
Correcta.
I have good news.
I got one more spot, Mike, really
Okay.
quick. It's a quick one.
Go for it.
At the guard spot, the other guard spot, Jalen Brunson.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Built like an unk.
You know his dad with that hairstyle looked more like an unk. But
I don't
he's
think
not.
Mero's buying on Jalen Brunson. I think he likes him too much to make him an unk. He thinks he's
Eje
too
cuerpo,
cool,
eje
too
cuerpo.
young.
That arm hair.
Yeah.
Look at that arm hair.
Like Kyle Lowry, your titi that comes
Yeah.
with her amiga.
Yep.
That's my amiga, mi amiguita. And you're like, Titi, yeah, it's 2025. Y'all not friends.
I can see Jalen Brunson telling you, you've gotten so big.
Yeah, right? You know what I'm saying? With
Come
a
más, tá flaco.
with a short sleeve button
Tú
up
tá
on
flaco.
and some cargo shorts. You know, vision it.
With
So
the leather
good.
sandals with a strap, though. Not like the chancletas, like the one
the
that
one toe.
the Velcro joint.
The one toe joint. Yo, this is not, yo, come on. Yeah.
You know he's got money, but he doesn't know from where. You're like, y el tío este.
Yo.
Comes in a Mercedes, you're like,
Bro,
I've never seen him work.
Yo, does he do crypto, bro? Like, what is he on?
I put together a top 5 of
That's
guys,
Theo MLM.
guys in sports, not active necessarily. That could be your tia.
It could be
Oh,
a deal.
wow. So you're going to keep doing this with Kyle Lowry, the Kyle Lowry
We all know that
commemorative
Kyle
list?
Lowry is on the list. All right, he's on both lists.
Okay.
Okay. All right, outside looking in. Andy Ruiz,
Oh.
former heavyweight champ.
Yes.
Yeah.
260
How did he beat
pounds.
him?
Yeah. Also, outside looking in,
Bacardi.
the original Ronaldo.
Bacardi. The original Ronaldo?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Number 5, Juan Uribe.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4,
This is Titi body.
yep. Number 4, David Ortiz.
Yes.
Number 3, Bartolo Colon.
Oh, yeah. Bang. Nail on the head. He's a combo. Yeah. He's both. He's like, Titi and Theo did the fusion dance.
Number 2, Kyle Lowry.
Absolutely.
And number 1, Raymond Felton.
Oh, yeah. Yo, have you seen Ray lately?
He's good. No, is he?
Yo, he's more Titi.
Yeah, he's
There's-
Tia, he's
there's
Tia.
more- yeah, he's Tia now.
Is Jokic a good Tio?
Yes.
Yeah, he's Eastern
Absolutely.
Bloc Theo. Eastern Bloc Theo.
He's the one that
is already
married.
there.
He's married your aunt. You're like, how did he?
How did they?
He doesn't speak Spanish, but he understands it.
Yeah.
What's this guy always betting on horses?
She's good woman. Your Titi Marisol, I like. She's good to me. I treat her good. And you're like, all right, yo, you got it, Theo Slavic. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, bro.
Well, now go to Pekovic.
Yeah, you Begovic.
Strongest man in the NBA.
Pablo's
Diesel.
Pablo Sandoval. Pablo Sandoval.
Yes.
Has a TT body.
Yeah.
100%. Like a Dominican Titi that'll throw you out from third base.
And all the all the Molinas too.
And
All the
Abata.
Molinas.
All the Molinas.
Every single one of
Those are
them.
Puerto Rican
Those-
Titis.
those are good.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
a
good.
special breed.
All of the Molinas are good. Do you have an opinion on the fact that the Knicks don't have a coach and don't seem to have a plan to get somebody who's better than Tibbs?
Hey, you know what, man? Like so much of what is happening in society today, not just sports, is the lack of actual work being replaced with vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers just want vibes now.
Hell
like,
yeah,
this
dude.
is vibes.
That's what this is.
Yo, this is just vibes. We just vibing. Like, you go to a restaurant, the food is ass. Vibes, immaculate. The vibes are so good. They got a wall with a neon sign that says, do it. You know what I'm saying? Or some other, like, inspirational bullshit that you take a picture of with your girl in front of. You know what I'm saying? But then everything else is just
But then they bring
vibes.
out the hookah, and you're like, oh, wait, hold
Yo,
on.
see? More vibes.
Nice,
Vibes. I'm smoking vibes.
So now you got the Knicks. What the Knicks need is hookah on the
They need
sidelines.
who? They need something. They need me. Hire me.
The neon sign that says like "frickin' weekend" with angel wings.
Yeah, that's it. Like, yo, girl power. Like, yeah. I'm like, yo, listen, man. How much do neon signs cost? Because they must not cost a lot. Because that's like, I feel like the first thing they put in a hood restaurant is like, yo, a wall of grass with a neon sign. It's fucking terrible. Like, yo, your wings suck. I came here to watch the fucking Knicks game. And y'all got grass all on the walls.
Grass with a neon sign.
What the fuck?
It's all in South Beach. It's every restaurant on South Beach.
It's crazy because I'm talking like I'm like, oh, I'm above this. I took a picture in the shit with Quavo in front of one of them shits at fucking F1, like Formula One. I was like, yo, Quavo, let's take a picture on the grass wall. It says Formula One Miami. It'll be cute. Come on.
But you didn't give me an answer though. So who's bringing vibes? Okay, you
Who's
want to
bringing
coach.
vibes?
You want to coach with vibes. It's not going to be Patino. It's not going to be
Johnny Bryant. No, the ultimate vibe coach, I hate to take it from you, is Spo. He's very X's and O's. He does the work, but he looks just vibey on the sideline. Like, I feel like he doesn't. I mean, y'all watch more home games than I do, so I feel like he's not like a yapper.
He's intense though.
Yeah, he's like intense vibe.
I've never thought he was a vibes guy.
He wanted to fight Jimmy Butler.
He's a maniac.
Yeah.
In the best way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's his vibe. Is maniac vibes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like there's no real rhyme or reason. It's just I'm a fucking maniac and I want to win.
What
That's
is
right.
maniac in the best way? What is that?
Like, I just want to win. Like
Yeah.
Michael Jordan,
Pat
St. Last
Riley.
Dance. Pat Riley. You know what I'm saying? Pat the Rat. But like, you know, Michael
You be
Jordan.
careful around here.
Hey,
That's
I'm sorry, Pat.
blasphemy.
If you watch Let's Save the Last Dance, that glass of Rémy that Jordan was drinking, it kept going down and down and down. The more down it went, the more vibey he was, and the more shit he was talking about Isaiah Thomas
And Scotty.
and Scotty. He was like, "Fuck Scotty. Scotty got dreads now."
Tony, what
The
are you?
ultimate vibe guy is the vibe higher would be Mark Jackson.
That's a
Bring
vibe
Mark
higher.
Jackson in.
That's a
All
good vibe
vibes.
hire.
All
See,
vibes.
that's
The
good
vibe
preacher.
hire.
They all
Yes.
going to church together.
Yes, they will.
That's the team.
could
team
work.
meetings at church.
It could work.
It could work.
Hey, look. Everybody be like, yo, everybody's mad. Mark Jackson got blackballed. Bro, if I make $50 million a year and you try to take me on a class trip to church, I'm out of there.
It is a little bit.
Exit me and I'm like, this motherfucker made me go to the pews. I'm a millionaire. Fuck out of here. We're not doing this.
It is a little bit of a resume slicer, though, when you had Steph and Clay and did nothing with them, and then as soon as you left, everything made them the greatest thing anyone has ever seen.
Greatest offense ever.
But vibes, but vibes, but vibes,
He
and well, he'll be great in the chapel when 3 players are in there with him in the chapel before the game.
Confessing their sins.
Yes.
Like, yo,
I don't like that.
I was at Sue's rendezvous last night.
I don't like
No,
that.
no, but okay, all right, Juju. Fair enough.
I'm not a fan.
But I'm
Do Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm not mocking.
No, Whoopi. Yes.
She did it.
Ultimate vibes. Eddie.
I am
That's
not,
vibes.
I'm not mocking the chapel. I'm just saying that, like, one of the things that happened with Mark Jackson in Golden State is some of the players didn't all want to go to church. Like,
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, bro, I'm Muslim, bro. Like, this is weird. Like, this, I never did this before. Is it gonna be lunch?
yeah,
Like,
I'm
what do we
just
do?
saying, not
There's pork
everyone
ribs.
should, not everyone should be forced to go to chapel.
going?
I mean, you know.
Isaiah Hartenstein,
What y'all think of-
excuse me, can I have an excuse from this? My mom wrote me a note.
What y'all think about Sam Cassell?
Oh, give me that.
You
Hey, yo.
feel me?
I like that. I like that. I like that.
It's got to be a player's coach, right?
Yeah.
Thibodeau wrote a letter. He wrote a letter to Knicks fans.
He did? I didn't read it.
Yes.
I thought he was suggesting unks.
Also a good one.
I mean,
Works for both lists.
that entire Rockets team. Mario Ellie.
Right.
Big
Clyde
shot,
the
Bob.
Glide.
Kiss the love.
Mario Ellie could be a Tio and a Tia.
Yo, facts. He's there. He's both.
Tony, what are you eating?
He's
Because
a 5'2".
Dan, I'm glad
he's
you
a
asked.
5'2" Theo.
For people keeping track at home, we still have 45 minutes till tip off.
Yeah. Buckle up. You know what I'm
For
saying?
the love of
what are
God.
you eating, Tony?
Dan, I'm having some brisket. I'm having some pulled pork. I'm having some mac and cheese, some cornbread. The boy Slab Daddy came through and made it rain.
How is my father doing out there? Do we?
I've seen him
there-
eat 17
I
wings
see
and
him.
18 tortillas, so I don't know.
Look, my father has arrived. My father is in the other room. We have the Poppy
Yeah.
Cam working. He still hits the snacks, though. He loves the granola. He
Poppy's
loves
outside.
He loves the trail mix. But finger foods, I was excited that Mero was coming in here because we were talking the other day, and I had underrated all my life without having given it any thought how elite the Cuban finger foods are. And so we were talking about a starting lineup of top 5. Is it Hispanic finger foods?
It's going to be all Hispanic because we can't just put it into one thing. Meryl's Dominican. He's got Dominican foods that he thinks in his mind that are finger foods that he can pop. Obviously, we're Cuban here, so we have certain things.
Talking a
Venezuelans.
different game now. The other day, you guys were claiming these all to be Cuban snacks. Well, now that he's
That's
here,
the Chris.
they're like,
That's the Chris, yo.
We were claiming to have croquetas.
Yo,
Yeah, yes, we
Cody
are.
will always speak truth to power.
Yes, that's what Chris is.
that's me.
Everyone says that about him. Is flan? I thought flan was Cuban until this week. People are telling me
see
that
what we're dealing with here?
People say I don't. Cubans don't
we're
get
dealing with?
Cubans don't get flan.
Wow.
I thought we got flan. Do we not get flan?
I don't know about that. My mom might have something to say about that.
lo que?
Dímelo, de lo mío, Christopher. With an L, Christopher. Yo. But yeah, nah, my mom used to make that shit
with an
with
L.
fucking, I call it Aunt Jemima syrup. It's called something else now. Pearl Milling Company or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
whatever.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't think you can say Aunt Jemima service.
My bad,
anymore.
my fault. That syrup, she used to make it with that. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, woo, I hate flan.
Check the
But
news.
that shit hit.
Pretty sure you can now.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we back?
Yeah.
Are we back?
Aunt Jemima's back. I saw an executive order that said Native American lady, she goes back on Lando Lakes. She's back.
They're naming a Navy ship after her.
Yeah, at Lando Lakes? SS Lando Lakes?
Yeah. One of the
My
forts
bad.
is Aunt Jemima.
Outdated information.
Yo,
He announced it yesterday.
yo, that's crazy.
Previously problematic, no longer problematic. Aunt Jemima.
That's
okay.
wild.
An actual tia. All right. Very
Okay,
good.
a real tia.
The finger
Yeah.
foods, do you have OLI or are you just going all straight top 5?
I'm going straight to it like there's nothing to it, Dan.
All right.
Okay.
Wow. That's
How you like that? Did you like that one or what?
I didn't think that was nice.
What's happening?
Yo, make some noise for MC
I don't think- I don't think
Tony.
I don't think
When that
Juju
was
is
written, that was
endorsing
cool.
that.
That's fine.
That's pretty cool. Is this like when I go to Boston and I start saying pack the car?
Yeah, probably. But you win your arguments at home. You know when they say a team is good on paper? That was good on paper.
Right? Exactly.
It was good on paper. You right.
It wasn't written down though. It was off the easy. All right, number 5.
Oh, we back.
I'm not a writer. I'm not a biter. I'm a writer.
Bocaditos.
Bocadito.
That's a thing, all right.
Okay.
Bocaditos are there's two different kinds, Dan. There's
kind?
obviously the ham paste that has the bocadito. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the bocaditos, the same bread, but it has a slice of ham and a slice of cheese on it. So it's a
Okay.
mini sandwich that you eat with this nice sweet egg bread on top. Delicious.
That's
five.
slot number 5?
That's
Have you
fine.
ever done the OG one, but you put a croqueta in the middle of
Oh,
it?
buddy.
Have you ever done that?
That's what I was about to say.
Have you ever
I
done
was
that?
At, I was at was it Pure 5, I think it's called. It's right around the corner. It's like right over there. Yeah, I went over there
I
and I
avoid
got
this
the
part of town.
Yeah. Listen, bro, I don't know no better. So I went there and I got the like the little like Latino like Applebee's. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
got
Like,
a great story. A great story.
Latino
I really enjoy the
Pretty
connect.
sure that's Applebee's.
That's Dan. That's what I'm looking at right there. That's what we're talking about.
Well, no, it's actually Chili's.
Put it on the poll. Is the Latino Applebee's just Applebee's at Le Batard Show? I don't think there's a Latino Applebee's.
Chili's.
But Mero
I had the little platter, the sampler platter. It had all the thing. I had croquetas. I had
Correcto.
palito de queso. I had I had patelitos or empanadas, as you know they are more commonly referred to by non-Dominicans.
Correcta.
It
that
had
is
careta
the
on there.
croqueta, the tremendous croqueta.
Correcta.
Yo, so call Sim. Yo, somebody get Samson on FaceTime and just have him sit on FaceTime the whole time.
Tatas.
And have him say Tatas every time Tyrese Halliburton hits a three or turns the ball over.
You guys remember Game 1, Heat Spurs, the rematch where they turned off the AC and LeBron started cramping?
Yo,
That's
that
about
was
to happen.
wild.
That's what's happening right now. Did they not know we'd be in here?
Mike's gonna have to be on the scorer's table to lift him up.
It's so hot.
Are you serious? I thought
Yeah.
it was a Rémy. My nipples is.
Yeah, salute to the sponsors. Also, salute to the chat. Jason Ambrose, RX Damo, Cloud Feet Creation, Joe Dub, Philip Astronaut. We see you.
Yeah,
Anthony Ortiz says that the Pacers need Caitlin Clark in order to win tonight.
Dan, really quick.
Back to you guys.
Shout out to the boy Anthony Ortiz. I've been looking for him for like 6 months. I don't know where the hell he's been. He's usually a top guy in MMA Hangout. We were sending out an APB for Anthony Ortiz, and the boy's back. Shout out to the boy.
Shout out to Tony.
Let's put up on the screen here. Some people are having some fun with KD in a Knicks uniform, KD in
This is
a
diabolical.
Heat uniform.
Which is worse, Dan?
I mean, do you want KD?
One clearly. The one where he's in a Knicks uniform.
Do you want KD?
I'm not. Listen, anybody that would sit up here and say I don't want like a year of Kevin Durant playing basketball for my team is a fucking liar. Like, is a liar. If this is 2K and I could just put him on my team out of the free agent pool, why not? The problem becomes, what are we gonna give up to get KD? Unless he's a free agent. Is he a free agent?
No, he's going to
It's a
be.
trade.
You
It's a
got to
trade.
give. You got to.
Final
They
year
want a
of a
lot.
deal.
They want a lot of draft picks. So they did as of 2 months ago.
Right. So that's the rub. You know what I'm saying? But if it's 2K, bro, and you just throw KD on the team, I don't got to leave nobody. Yo, give me KD all day. All day. Top 5 of all time.
Well,
Yeah, I
but,
said
you,
it.
but you say all day, but hold on a second. Top 5 of all time. So you're putting him. I mean, obviously, as a scorer, goes to the very highest places in the NBA.
Guy's 7 feet tall, plays like a guard.
And will be able to make that shot into his late 30s.
Like,
Will
As a
always
guy-
will always be able to get that shot.
you could tell, like, his training regimen consists of, like, I'm going to shoot this shot from this spot 8 million times. And it's going to go, once it goes 100% of the time, then I could go home.
He's so great at it and it's aged so well that he already is 36 years old, but you don't even think of him that way of being in the latter half of his 30s because of how efficient and great he is still to this day. He's one of
on.
the best scorers in the league.
They always say, like, LeBron's, like, they always show LeBron and Steph, like, God, what did I say? I'll show you, my friend. You know what I'm saying? But they never put KD in that category, even though he's, like, the same age damn near. You know?
He's only 1 year younger than Steph.
Come on.
It's crazy.
And he's still out here balling.
We're gonna.
I don't
Start,
think he going to the Knicks just because of that one video.
He was
But
like,
he
the
was
Knicks
like,
ain't cool.
Yo, KD, don't you wish you would have came to the Knicks? He never coming.
Shout out to Danny Durant. I saw me in that video. Shout out to Danny. He's like, you should have came to the Knicks. That was like that crescendo, bro, was crazy.
How about Giannis in both a Heat uniform and a Knicks uniform? Because you're saying Kevin Durant that you put him in the top 5 and that you want him all day, but everybody's going to be competing for Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Man, Reggie going with the tucked-in jersey courtside with the jeans.
Number 13.
Looking like a finance bro. See, this is why I'm like, yo, fuck these guys. It's not because they beat the Knicks. It's not because of none of that. They're fucking corny. And like I said the same shit about the Celtics, but it was true. Okay? They were really, really corny. And Joe Mazzulla's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just a weird dude, bro. Like he just like stares at you, bro. And it feels odd.
I hate that he gets to be a champion forever.
You know what I'm saying?
It's too weird for that.
With the 1,000-yard stare, he looks like the guy on the computer in the library with the privacy screen on. You don't know what he's watching. Mm-hmm. He's just in there browsing crazy.
He goes to the gym and he writes down his progress in a composition book.
100% with a pencil.
Those guys suck.
From a mini golf thing that he's had for years.
The game has begun, gentlemen. You guys are being disrespectful to the game.
Oh, no,
Still
dude.
talking about
The sanctity of Blue Door.
Dios and Diaz and
SGA with a quick elbow to the face of Nemhard. Got a quick foul.
We
There you
are
go.
doing a watch along, so we should sync our clocks. There's been a quick foul. I believe it is 11:36. 5-4 on the clock.
Charles Barkley has just said on the Knicks' failed coaching search, the Knicks got to be the stupidest damn people in the world.
That hurts.
Facts.
That hurts. But I'm like, yo, I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know because when you talk to players, especially retired players, dog, I did a commercial with a bunch of retired players. Those like
behind the scenes stories are fucking crazy. So I'm like, yo, anytime I see something like this, now having had that experience, I'm like, all right, bro, there's something weird is going on here. Because this is too dumb to just be a dumb thing that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense? Like, this is too stupid to just be regular stupid. This has to be like diabolical stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like this, algo entre manos.
It has
like
to be. It has to be secret mastermind genius instead of stupid, because it can't be just simply. It can't
just be. It can't be just regular stupid, bro. It can't. It can't be just regular stupid. But it's been
next
like
level stupid.
Yeah, it's been 4 years of consecutive like competence for the Knicks. I feel like
Siakam can be an unk.
He could.
He'd be a good unk.
Bobby Portis too. Bobby Portis can be.
Oh yeah.
Were you in? Were you at the Mecca when they changed his name? Were you there? What a moment in time.
Come on, baby. A day that will. I was gonna say a day that will live in infamy.
It is. It is. I don't know which date it was, but it was the day they changed Bobby Portis. I was there for that. I heard that. I was in front of my TV. That was a thing that happened.
Crazy ass Bobby. Yo, listen. He'll swing on you though. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Oh shit. Yeah, what up?
Should I go with number 4? Number 4, empanadas.
Hey.
Juju's had an empanada in his day. I know that.
Oh yeah, or 2.
Hey, I had 2 today.
This is the rarest of occasions. I don't think Jamel's ever been here before.
No?
She's in Miami all the time. She's always doing journalisming and conferencing and speaking.
Not up here.
Celebrity appearances.
Stick to sports.
Yelling about white supremacy.
Correct.
Stick to sports. Is crazy.
And I have to say, I'm like, this is so professional.
Yeah, you're surprised.
I am super surprised
That's what I
because
said.
the Clevelander days where you hear that do like all the time. Like now I walk in here and I was like, oh my God, it's adults in here. So you know how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
He's still broken.
Yeah, the fire alarm might go off soon. But
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
When,
But-
AC doesn't work.
when I start smoking this Halliburton pack.
Well, when are you, this is what I remember about the first time we spent time with Mero. It was at the Clevelander, and we paid him in weed and crab legs from Disney.
Okay,
was a good
why
time.
didn't you tell anybody else that was an option?
'Cause
I mean,
I
I don't necessarily need the weed, but like
Listen.
the crab legs,
I
I
listen.
would have crab legs and tequila. Dan, I'd have been down here every day.
Jamel,
Let's get her a drink.
listen. You
Yeah, I got one.
You know how it is. A closed mouth don't get fed.
You right.
So I was like, listen, I need weed and crab legs.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't-
sorry.
no, I don't have a
I'm drinking
rider.
Rémy. My bad.
Thank you.
I'm from Detroit. Like that, you realize they put that in our baby bottle.
Really? This
Like,
is the first time-
That's
That's how you go to
to
sleep in Detroit.
Exactly.
Shameful admission. This is the first time I've ever had Remy Martin. It's delicious.
He whispered in my ear, "This is smooth,
Yeah.
delicious."
Try a little Remy and ginger.
Yo, the
I'm
way
doing it just on the rocks.
Chris, come over
It's
here.
pretty delicious.
the best way
Wait,
to
should I
drink this
put something in it?
is
Chris's finger.
no, you don't need nothing. Just ice, baby. Just stir it. The best way to drink this actually is straight out a pico, like Dominicans say, straight out the bottle.
Like Dame Dash?
Yeah, in front of your building with no shirt on. You know what I'm saying? With your baby mom on speakerphone yelling at you.
All right, a few more of these. I might
That's
do
the
that.
best way to drink it.
It sounds very cultural.
Jamel, are you here? I'm being told in my ear here, because I've got a little air traffic control here, that you are a recruiter in chief for the Knicks coaching search, that you are going to help us find a new Knicks
Gotta do
coach
it.
for
Gotta do it.
Mero
Correct.
here?
Right when you came in, we were talking about how, when you talk to athletes and you get like behind the scenes type of stories and access, shit like this hits different, right? Where it's just like, all right, this ain't just regular stupid. If it was 10 years ago, I'd be like, this is just regular stupid shit. But since the Knicks have been competent now for a couple of years consecutively,
So you think this is competent?
this is some type of weird
Okay.
something
You
under
feel like
the
there's a
table.
plan here.
There's a plan.
Okay, there's a plan.
They're
so,
gonna land the plane like Denzel. You
What
know
I
what
was-
I'm saying? Off a little, you know what I mean?
A lot of that.
Little Guito.
I mean, you realize he was coked up when he said that.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
It's okay. All right.
So,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean,
I'm
sorry.
drunk right now.
Thank you, Juju.
Allegedly.
Look at that shot to Sam. Goddamn it on the couch.
Hold on a second. He's not. He's just in the preview.
Oh,
guys.
God.
Hold on a second.
Unfunny. Get him out of here.
Well, you guys, hold on. We haven't even introduced him yet. Let Jimmy. You guys are looking.
Wild
It's,
Tony
it's
Wednesday.
Billy, by the way. It's Billy.
You guys are sitting here looking at Sam Morril in the preview, and Jamel's got a bit she's setting up. Like, what are you doing?
That was the setup right there.
I
You
mean,
nailed it.
She was bringing
And
in
here he
the
is.
new Knicks coach, the new bringer of vibes on behalf of the New York Knicks. Always sunshine and effervescence. Sam Morril is with us. We haven't talked to him since the Knicks loss. He's feuding with Billy back there. So Sam, thank you for making time for us. Are you watching these finals or are you boycotting them?
I threw on a movie. I got a Joe Montana movie on.
Oh, Joe Montana. Also Theo.
Is that Baby Stay Out?
Joe Montana.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the finals. I could care less. Go Knicks.
Go Knicks. That's what I'm talking about.
You see my Walt Frazier caricature in the
That's
back?
what I was gonna say. I was gonna give you props for that because that is an amazing piece of art. That's a man of taste right there. Real Knicks fan, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here to hate, Sam. I'm here to hate because Dan threw me a bag and he was like, "Yo, if you want to come down to Miami and hate on the Pacers for 48 hours, I got you." And I was like, "All right, let's do it."
See, I would have did that shit for free because
You know what I'm
realize
saying?
I'm a Pistons fan, so I super hate y'all, right? And I hate the Knicks. I hate everybody in the finals. We lost all of our home games by 6 points to you, motherfuckers. So I can't stand the Knicks.
The Pistons are tough, though. I have more respect for the Pistons.
100%. I'll give you that. I got more. The Pistons were the best team that the Knicks faced the entire.
I agree.
time.
They were like old school, like beat us the fuck up.
Yes.
I had respect for how they played, for sure.
100%.
Thompson is a beast. They're tough, man. They're going to be scared. Them and the Magic scare me for next year,
100%.
for sure.
I wanted Isaiah Stewart and like Jalen Brunson to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
hated that Beef Stew was out for the series because
that made me mad. Yeah, I needed him. I needed to
Because
see
he would have brought that. He's with the shits like
100%.
all the time.
All of the time.
So he's the perfect Detroit player.
You guys skip past, though, what he said there. Sam says he respects the Pistons more than the Pacers. Come on.
100%.
Come on.
Yeah,
He's not wrong.
Come on.
Wow.
The Pacers are a veteran team. They're deeper, but the Pistons scare me more for the future. I think this is the Pacers' one trip. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Thunder clapping them. I think in 6. And that's that. But I think the Magic and the Pistons are the team next year. Those are the teams that scare me. The Magic are tough, man. They didn't have Jalen Suggs. They play a tough game.
He's right about that. They bother Boston.
Jalen Suggs.
Paolo Banchero.
Come home.
Jalen Suggs need to. Yeah. Come home now, Jalen Suggs.
He'll
If you
turn
can
into
hit this,
Derek
come home.
out. Come home. Milk carton. Milk carton, that boy.
Yo, listen, Detroit was the best team the Knicks faced the entire playoff run.
Yeah.
100%. And I
What are you
respect them.
guys talking
I agree with
about?
Sam.
I like it.
Sam's right. Don't boo him. He's right. The Pacers are ass, bro.
When
They're
you
just
look at
very
the
deep.
breakdown of the series, Dan,
There's
it
some
makes
deep
sense.
ass. They're deep ass.
Super
Pacers
ass.
are
God hates Knicks fans, and that's why that Halliburton shot fell in.
That's
Okay.
100%.
And it's like Angels in the outfield, except it's some fucking demon
Yup.
who's
Jim
torturing us.
Irsay.
Yup.
It's
It's
just Jim
tor-
Irsay.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Fucking Jim Irsay had to die that day.
He did?
They sacrificed his ass for a fucking finals run.
He really did? That's crazy.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
He perished
He
the
did
same
not die
day?
that
On that day, yeah.
It was
Right
a
before-
Christopher
right
Lloyd.
before
That was
right
the
before
Just
the
Call Me
playoffs.
Al. It was Irsay.
Yo, that's crazy. He tweeted out. He was like, yo, go Pacers or some bullshit like that.
I hate
And
you
then,
so
he,
much.
and then he died right out. That's crazy.
It's crazy. What do you think happened there?
That's wild. Too
I
much
think
Lucas
he
oil.
got sacrificed to the gods of the Midwest. Mike Pence was, praying to these gods, trying to
100%.
Had the
not
courage.
allow gay people to get married for years.
That's it.
The demons answered their prayers, and the Pacers got a finals run, but they will lose in 6 games.
So they're going to get their cheeks clapped.
Juju,
by
put
the-
it
yeah,
on the
bro.
poll, please. Do demons answer prayers? I have not.
They do.
I have never heard
They
of
do.
demons answering prayers.
Well, I don't know how much you know about your biblical history, but Satan was an angel.
That's
He's
right.
he's a fallen angel. So
Okay.
So they pray. The Pacers prayed to Lucifer. They did satanic rituals, and that's why they're here.
that's
This is not a holy thing. You should
No,
be
no
rooting for
sports
this.
hero does this shit. No sports hero is like, ugh.
Also,
That's a fucking demon.
that was
That's
demonic.
a fucking demon.
That was demonic. It was also corny as fuck. Am I right? Because he
I
was.
wanna
You
throw
thought that was
holy
corny.
water on
I
his
was
ass.
corny as fuck, and it's not because I'm a Knicks fan. It's because he didn't do. It was not organic.
Okay.
Fam. It was not like he didn't do it because he was like, yo. It was like, yo, Reggie's in here with his belly button tatted. I got to do this. I got to find him. Where's Reggie? Where's Reggie? You can see him like looking around, like yo,
He
he's over
locked
there.
eyes. He locked eyes with Reggie Miller,
Yeah.
another demon who looks like fucking Mr.
demon.
Bigglesworth.
Come on.
Yeah, it's a
You know?
weird look. Weird look.
He does, bro.
Mike,
Demon.
He looks like Earthworm Jim.
Mike, Tony, Jeremy, you're here on behalf of Pacers fans. Are the three of you not going for the Pacers? Like, I'm getting a lot of Knicks here, and where's the Pacers allegiance?
I've never liked the Pacers more than this singular moment. Listening to Knicks fans hate them.
Wow.
Listening
That's
to
crazy.
Knicks fans hate this way on the team that beat them and try to give more respect to a Pistons team
These
that
are Heat fans,
they
bro.
they handled easily.
This is what happens in Miami.
It's amazing.
Sideline reporter for the Heat.
Yeah,
This is what
that's
happens.
true. I'm bought and paid for it.
He's in the pocket. He's in Pat's pocket. He's in the pocket. All right, he's
I
bought
can't
and
say
paid for.
anything. It is what it is. It's fine.
He's
But I do
sponsored
love
by
the Pacers right now.
Riley Pack.
Riley smoking a Riley pack.
You can feel free to light up your Halliburton.
Hey, listen, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait.
You can't light it too early, Dan. That's,
Yeah, nah,
you can't do
true.
that.
I'm good to produce that segment whenever you guys need.
I got on a whole hate Pacers gear right now, and I hate the Pacers more than most any team ever. I just have these jerseys. If not now, then when? I hope they don't win another game.
I hope they don't score another point. I hope they break a record. Like, how
It
did
should just stop right there at
Yeah,
10.
10.
That's it.
And then the next year they
This is
get
a
blown out
fashion
with
choice?
0.
You don't even stand on this shit? This is just a
Hell nah. I got jerseys. That's all I got. I'm a child. All I have is jerseys. When else am I gonna wear this
That's
shit?
true. I got a
You
lot of
look
old
like a
ones.
grown-up Make-A-Wish right now because you are doubled up.
Please help yourself to that Halliburton.
The hat and jersey combo makes you look Make-A-Wish as fuck right now.
Yeah. Well, look, at least I got one of these that you'll never have. I'm a Celtics fan still, so make a wish, Knicks fans next
Yeah,
year.
well, could you find an Achilles as a Celtics fan? Because maybe you could give it to your best player.
Damn.
Pow!
He's arrived at great bitterness.
I don't want it to go there. I like Tatum. I got nothing bad to say about Tatum. I know that it's
do.
Le Batard's fault this shit happened.
That is true. No, that is true.
No, that's a fact.
Yo,
Yeah, that's
Le
a fact.
Batard's coming on here going, where's Jason Tatum's moment? And then a day later,
There it is. I don't want to. Damn,
He's got two moments where he gets hurt. Like they're two of the biggest moments.
Come on.
are him just getting hurt.
I know you've seen the stupid compilation of him just repeating what every other NBA guy has said.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, bro.
Could be coincidence.
It's like AI.
Oh yeah, it could be a coincidence. Yo, yeah, it's like the fucking Google AI commercial that made me want to smash my fucking computer. Because I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is getting too close. I don't like this at all.
You know what he's talking about there? Where Jason Tatum is just mimicking
Everything.
previous players. Where it seems
What they're gonna say now?
Kobe did this with Michael Jordan.
I was going to
where he
say,
would
I saw
rehearse.
this before. Kobe Bryant kind of did
That was
it.
Kobe though.
Oh,
And it was Jordan.
And it was Jordan, and he did it once. He did it once.
Okay,
He
I'm
didn't
just
just he
saying,
didn't
I
he didn't
saw
just like glaze 16 different dudes in the Hall of Fame. He did everything's possible.
got the
That shit. He
Glazers?
did that shit.
Oh,
he did
man.
the what they gonna say now. He even did Kanye.
Yeah, he did Kanye.
I guess we'll never know. I was like, bro, get this motherfucker out of here. A strike against the Light Skin
hopefully that's
Coalition,
the
man.
last of Kanye he does.
Yeah,
you have a deep,
Well, he is in
like the
Boston, so.
bitterness that you have right now is
For the Pacers
no, just
in general.
in general. I would just say that
I'm married with 4 kids, Jamal.
Look, it's
Come on.
admirable. Like right now, I'm feeding off of it. It's fueling me right now.
energy.
Like
It's
damn,
contagious.
It's New York
it
hater
is.
energy.
It is honestly contagious.
Yeah, it's real Bronx hater energy, man. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like Bronx people would be like, "Yo, fuck out of here!" Like, yo, if you get on a bus, somebody from the Bronx might be like, "Yo, suck my dick for no reason, just because,
Right?
just because." Yo, I don't like your sneakers, bro. Fuck out of here. You stupid,
Halliburton
bro.
getting active, by the way. I don't know if you guys are watching.
Yeah,
Watching
fuck
doing a
him.
lot
Timeout.
of
Yeah,
parties.
look, yeah.
4:50 left.
Yeah.
He
Look
just
at
got
Reggie.
corner.
Look at Reggie.
He just went behind the
Juju
back.
Miller with his tucked in
little
jersey.
pass
Is
real
this a big
quick.
moment? I'm confused.
It's not. It's not.
Nah, not at all.
Reggie out here.
I got a question.
Dressed like a finance bro.
We just let something pass. You said Reggie Miller got a belly button tattoo,
Yes, he
bro.
does.
Isn't it a sun?
It's a sun around his belly button. That's crazy work.
Crazy.
It is.
Insane work. No other tats
That's
except
like,
around your
that's like
belly
when you
button.
find out Andrew Cuomo has pierced nipples, and you're like, you're a piece of shit.
I don't exactly. As soon I was like, I knew you were a piece of shit. This just confirms it.
Sam peeped through the shirt he saw.
Yeah, nah. When he was doing all the stupid fuck, like the announcements and shit, like during
He had the polo on, and you're like,
yeah,
wait,
the polo. I was like, yo,
what is
why-
that?
Yo, he got one nipple? Like, what the fuck is that? Why he got a nose ring under? Yo, that shit was nasty. I don't even know what he got. He probably got that shit on Christmas tree. They got infected. Motherfucker had to put like Aquaphor on that shit for months.
Feel free to smoke that Halliburton pack.
It's like what's
Please
gonna happen
indulge.
next?
If the Thunder can't win this series, then they're whack. You
Yeah.
got to be able to, with all the depth they have and all the tough defenders they have. You got to be able to win this series, man. Like, this. I don't think this Pacers team is that good.
They're not.
Hate naysayers,
It's just
man.
haters.
I like it. I like it.
Y'all can call it hate. I call it objectivity.
You call it truth.
It's truth.
Yeah, right?
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Listen,
They're like 46-16, and they're in whatever the last 62 games
Since
are.
January.
bro. They from Indiana.
That shit was lucky, right?
Yeah. What's
Yes.
the Yo,
Okay.
listen. That shot doesn't go down in that game.
It's a totally different series.
Completely.
Y'all are in this right now.
They 100%.
Okay.
Up 2.
Yeah.
That's just the reality.
Sam, what do you want to happen with your coach? Were you unhappy that they fired Thibodeau?
It hurt to see Tibbs get fired, but I don't know, man. Maybe Ron Artest. Let's mix it up.
I like that. I like Ron Artest.
Do you like that?
He's campaigning. Ron
Okay.
Artest is
Let's get
actively
it.
campaigning.
Are you serious?
I want to.
I have
coach
Ron
who's
Artest
willing
in my
to
phone right
attack
now. I'll
another
call him
coach.
right now.
Call him up. He wants to do it.
Yeah, like I was thinking about, because they told me about how you guys were, I'm supposed to help y'all recruit. And I was thinking about who are the most random people in my phone that I can recruit, right? Tom Izzo is one. Would y'all take Tom Izzo? Right? Okay.
I'll take, yeah.
We got Izzo. We got Ron Artest. I have Cher in my phone. Would y'all take Cher?
Cher.
Cher is the most random celebrity.
Hold on. That's a bit
You
look
have
at me,
Cher
Louis.
in your phone?
I do.
Hold on.
Does she
Hold on.
want to partake in an
Hold on a
NBA
minute.
Finals
Like,
watch?
I'm not even fucking
Flex.
around. I have Cher.
Hold
Cher.
on, hold on.
Cher and I have texted
Hold
before.
on.
That's a flex.
Yes.
It's Jamel Hull, y'all. She got Cher in her
I got
phone.
Cher in my phone.
She can FaceTime Cher right now.
Cher texted me
Really?
randomly. I don't even know who gave her my number, but I thank him.
That's pretty good.
Right. So, like, would y'all like Cher as a coach? Like,
What'd she say? Because you didn't say.
I got
that.
Gail King.
What'd she
I feel like
say?
we're throwing out
You
Pokemon
got
cards.
You got Gail King?
I got Gail King. I was like, yo, Gail, let's say that you wasn't in space for real.
But see, you need somebody random. Like, who's somebody that no one
Very
would
random.
ever, like, you having Gail King in your phone is not that random. Right? But, like, who is the most random fucking person that you have in your phone?
I got Joe Zagaki's number.
What's oh my God, this is terrible.
Dan, you want me to call him?
She's an
I have
actress.
Jamel's number.
She's I think I do. She was in Grey's Anatomy and she was in Private Practice. Kate something.
Oh,
Kate Walsh.
yes.
Kate Walsh.
Right. Yes, the redhead, right?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
it
that's
can't be an
random.
impressive name
That's
if you
random.
can't remember it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't. I don't.
La mujer esta, la pelirroja.
But you know, and it's funny. I got her number. We was. I was in LA. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was high as shit. I was standing for the hotel.
You're like, let me just get her number.
Wait for Uber, and I seen her. I was like, yo, I'm a big fan. I was capping. I was like, I don't know what you're in. I just know my wife watches all your shit. So I was like, yo, big fan. And then she looked at me. She's like, did we work on something together?
And you were like, of course we did.
I was like, nah, but yo, I'm a big fan, and I'm the kid. Woo, woo, woo. I gave her like the whole spiel, and she was into it, bro. And we just exchanged numbers.
So
shout out to her.
the problem
she might
is-
think I'm a crazy PA, but I'm not. I'm a regular dude.
So because I heard this story from Whoopi Goldberg, talked about how her phone got stolen, and when it got stolen, like she had people under their names, like their real names. So
Like
after
Barack
that,
Obama.
right? So after that, she started giving people code names. The problem is I have Cher on my phone, but I gave her a code name and I don't remember what the fuck it was.
What the code name?
I don't know what it was. So like,
Turn back time.
right? So I nicknamed some of like my media friends after like famous black characters, white or black or whatever. So it doesn't matter. And so sometimes I have to change them. Like Le Batard, I had you as one, but I had to change it because like if you ever saw it pop up, you'd be like, okay,
Don Francisco.
Why am I Dolomite?
I'm
right?
guessing Sam's probably got pretty good stories here, Sam. If we were to go through your phone, we'd find some good stuff, would we not?
Definitely.
I got some good names in there.
Sam's
But they're not like, but there's not a lot of curveballs. I think I got Kate Walsh's number. I think she did my podcast. Next
Is Kate Walsh like just out here like that?
She's outside, bro. She's
She's
like
out
Bobby
there,
He's
dude.
like, what are we?
She's come see me at the Comedy Cellar before. She's cool.
Yeah, cool peoples. Yeah.
Sam, so you're legitimately boycotting this? You're not watching any of the finals right now? 22-17, OKC is up. You've got no interest in this. You're just totally boycotting it.
I respect it. He got the
That's my screen right there, dude. Yeah, I don't give a shit. No, I don't. I mean, look, I will say I DM'd Hardenstein on Instagram and I just wrote "Avenge us," and he wrote back, "We got you."
Avenge us.
So I think the Thunder got this.
All right, congratulations.
That's
That's
what's
some
up.
breaking news. Sam, good to see you. Always good to see you. Thank you for greeting
Good to
us
see
with
you.
a middle finger. Thank you for not asking me to suck any part of you this time you were on with us. I appreciate it.
It's called growth, Dan.
Okay, improvement. Yes, you're maturing as a human being.
Dan, while we're having fun here, I want to remind the people this NBA's Finals Watchalong is presented by Rémy Martin 1738 Accord Royal Exceptionally Smooth Cognac. For all your game day festivities, please drink responsibly.
2 minutes and 42, 41, 40, 39.
Lou Dort, big three.
That was a 3, and then he just faked it. You see what he did with that
Little
flopper?
flop.
He just
Little flop.
grabbed a shirt of the defender and then fell on the floor on purpose.
It's a good basketball game so far.
I mean, these two teams are fun to watch. We're not watching any of it.
That was a Theo statement right there. Mike's becoming a Theo before our very eyes.
Let's
So-
light up that Halliburton pack.
I gotta know, Meryl, like, in your heart of hearts,
Yeah.
money no object.
Yeah.
Who is the coach you want?
Damn, that's a great question. I mean, I thought I wanted. I do like Jason Kidd. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that was like the trick was get Jason Kidd, get Giannis.
Okay.
So I was with that. Also, Jason Kidd is a good coach. I have fucked with him as a coach ever since he did that thing on the Nets where he was like, "Yo, bump into me," and he got the extra
Right.
timeout.
I remember
That's
that.
gamesmanship. I like that type of shit in my
Okay.
coach. So, J Kidd, Johnny Bryant. Everybody's talking about Johnny Bryant.
Okay.
I like him. Man, if I could just like steal a coach from somebody,
Just
If
steal
I
a
could
coach.
just take
Doesn't
a
matter.
coach?
Doesn't matter about permission. I
Man.
know that thing is.
Can I go through the last 21 hours of the Knicks timeline? Shams tweets that the Knicks requested permission to speak to Minnesota Timberwolves coach Chris Finch and Houston Rockets
They all
coach
said that.
Ime Udoka. Denied on both. Tom Thibodeau takes out a full-page ad.
Y'all made him join Twitter, dog. That's crazy.
Yeah. That was wild for me because listen, I wasn't a fan of Tibbs' rotations. I was a fan of what he brought. He gave the team an identity. Before that it was just like, yo, the Knicks. Like, yo, pull up. You know what I mean? It felt like a movie. Like, like in movies when they go to a basketball game and it's like the New York Knicks. We're going to go like Home Alone type shit. That's what the Knicks felt like a movie basketball team that takes L's all the time. Tibbs comes in, now we got an identity. Now we in the playoffs, a bunch. So I'm like, all right, he did that. He set the table, but it could be like a Mark Jackson situation where he set the table and then somebody got to come in over the top and really take it to the next
I
level.
wasn't done with the 21 hours. Mark Stein reports Jason Kidd was requested, denied by Dallas. Quinn Snyder denied in Atlanta.
I'm here for that.
That would have been a good one.
City that never sleeps.
Quinn Snyder? Hell yeah.
Newsday and the New York Post report the Knicks are not one of the teams in on Durant. The Knicks are not in the mix on Durant.
Shams reported that they made an offer near the deadline, though. So
They
there was interest there.
No, there's interest. That it's the Rockets, the Spurs, the Heat, the Timberwolves, and the Knicks. But then Newsday and the New York Post are reporting the Knicks are not one of the teams in on Durant after that report.
They don't have anything to trade. They don't have assets. They don't have players. Like,
I'm surprised.
What do you want to do?
Is
Houston
Dan
makes
Hurley
the most
not?
sense.
Dan Hurley is usually linked to all these jobs. His agent does a good job with that. I mean, went to Seton Hall. It makes a lot of sense. Why isn't Dan Hurley talked about more?
I don't know. I'll take him too.
You'd take him?
100%. You know
Over
what I'm saying?
Tibbs?
Maybe.
Dan Hurley,
I
good
don't know.
coach, got a temperament issue, dude. He be exploding over shit, and he in college.
And that's
Yeah, like, what do you think's gonna happen when he?
You tell a grown millionaire, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're talking like a redshirt freshman. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like guys that have success in college, bro, you can't just like apply the same thing in the NBA because it's a different. I mean, maybe not now with the NIL shit.
I gotta be honest. Don't y'all think it's a bad look if the Knicks fire Tibbs, given everything he did, and then they immediately go to a college coach? Like, no disrespect, but a little disrespect. It's like, to me, that screams,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I think I think the whole talking to Jason Kidd, talking to Quinn Snyder, like yo,
Those
we want
make sense.
right. We
Well,
want
Billy
a guy-
Donovan too. The Bulls denied him on Billy
Those make
Donovan
sense.
too.
It's
Damn,
like yo,
the Bulls are like, holy shit.
I thought it was like a garage sale over there in Chicago,
Yo.
bro. Like what the
Y'all
fuck?
gonna wind up with a baby mama on Section 8, but that's okay. It's all good.
That is what's
No
gonna-
disrespect to baby mamas on Section 8,
Yeah,
but like,
I got like
y'all are
4.
gonna.
That's
yo,
a big demo for us, by the way. So
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta apologize to
Look,
him.
you got Rémy, so of course it is.
Exactly.
So like the whole, y'all literally are gonna wind up on a Section 8, a Section 8 ass coach. Like, dog, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Like
but
Billy Donovan,
Billy is crazy.
he
But
weren't protected.
I was just saying,
disrespect.
go snatch Spo. Go snatch up Spo, man.
He ain't leaving here, man.
He's a culture setter. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like
ain't leaving here.
Speaking of culture setters,
Yeah, no,
Tony,
I wanna
number
leave Miami.
three.
Number
three on
three.
finger
Number
foods.
three, tequeños.
Oh, those are good.
I like the ones that had the guayaba inside, though.
We're doing
guayaba y
best
queso.
finger
Uf,
foods
qué rico.
here. Best finger foods. We're claiming that Cubans and Hispanics have better finger foods than other cultures. Number 2.
Number 2, pastelitos.
You like
Of all kinds.
Oh yeah, they got restaurants that are just based around that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like pastelitos? Are you
I have
familiar with
never had one.
Flaky
You've-
with guava.
How many times have you been to
cheese
Miami?
in
About
them?
a billion times.
A billion times. You've never been to La Carreta. You've never been to Sergio's. You've never been to Betsay in the airport. You've do
Oh
you-
yeah, I have an airport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what that? Have you seen that before? Have you eaten one of those?
No, but you gotta understand, I'm the woman born without a sweet tooth, so like
There's
this-
one. There's a carne pastelito.
But
That's
the
a
sweet
savory
tooth thing,
joint.
They don't like savory is my jam.
Okay,
right?
so-
Like the sweet stuff is not. So if I saw that sitting in some kind of bin, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I need the meat.
We need somebody. Hey,
Well, you're
Hey,
none
yo,
of
hey,
that.
yo.
What was that? You served yourself up on that one. That was T-Mac off the glass. What was that? You threw yourself off the glass before you slammed that shit down.
That was
Number 1, croquetas.
What it was? Croquetas number 1.
Croquetas are amazing.
Easy. Y La Canaria croqueta number 1, without a doubt, hands down, all day.
Number 1.
She didn't like your pastelitos though. You came in at number 2 with pastelitos.
You know, you
That's fine.
fucked me up because
My list-
pastelito. Dominicans called empanadas pastelitos.
Right.
Oh, is that the?
So yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
like to me, a pastelito is an empanada. So when you said that, I was like, oh okay, empanada, and that's why I said this whole restaurant's based around empanadas. You know what I'm saying? So that's the most superior finger food
But that's your list, buddy, not mine.
in the world. In the world of finger
In the
foods.
world of finger foods.
Empanadas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
That's
with you. Like
that's a whole
empanadas
meal.
are my number 1. Like
You know what I mean?
fuck with them heavy.
Yeah. It's like yo, I could take this. It's like grabbing your phone. My phone, empanada, I'm out the door. All right. You know
Mike,
what I'm
why
saying?
are you smiling? What are you laughing about?
I like Remy Martin.
boy.
Yeah, he's a Remy boy. He's a Remy
Yo,
boy.
Mike, I feel like I need to take you to the D now because, like, if you don't,
Or
this
Patterson.
is, this is literally. I'm sorry, to
again?
Detroit. This is our official
big
drink.
D, what's up?
1738 is our shit. Like, don't let the
the
Dallas people
Detroit
fool
shit?
you. Oh my God! Like
Yeah?
I feel like we invented cognac.
Okay.
Like, but 1738 is our shit. So like, I feel like
Detroit.
now.
I had
come on
Mom
through.
Spaghetti in Detroit.
You had what?
Mom Spaghetti. You ever been to Mom Spaghetti?
Damn, why not lower my check so much?
I hate to tell this uncomfortable truth on this fine, mature adult radio program.
careful. You
did?
Don't nobody in Detroit fuck with Mom Spaghetti. Like no disrespect to
it's right there.
Eminem. Yo, like when you go
It
in,
was kind of mid. But it was there.
exactly
But-
when you go past the restaurant and you look in who is the clientele, you're not gonna see a certain clientele in there. I'ma just leave it at that.
People that use seasonings.
End
Correct.
of the first quarter, 32-24, Oklahoma City Thunder. 13 points and 4 rebounds for Chet Holmgren. He leads all scorers.
Yo.
Lou Dort has 9 points as well
Look
for
at
Oklahoma
this.
City. Siakam with 7 points leads the Pacers. And then, of course, off the bench, Obi Toppin with 6 points and 2 rebounds. How's
Obi
that top
Toppin.
shot, Mike?
Thank you, Jeremy.
Knicks legend Obi Toppin.
Knicks
I got
legend?
breaking news from Shams. Yes, sir. The baseball team that from Hardball has denied the Knicks from interviewing Keanu Reeves.
That's
Back
cold.
to you guys.
That's cold. That's cold.
That's crazy, bro. That's why. Why wouldn't you want to coach the Knicks right now? If you were like a coach,
Okay,
what
so
better
you
situation
realize
is
the
there?
Knicks have set up the next coach to completely fail, right? So the benchmark
Cool.
is
Appreciate
now
you.
we went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So
Right.
that means that anybody you hire after this has to go further than that.
Or-
so
like
Why?
or get back there. You know what I'm saying?
no, getting back there is not going to be enough.
I think
Getting back there, like Meryl, you're not going to be happy if y'all wind up in the same place.
if it's not against the Pacers, if it's against the Pistons, I'm cool with that.
Okay, so you're
I'm not
cool
even
with,
mad at that.
with like an up and coming team.
Yes.
So if it's Orlando, you're like,
If
I'm
it's
good.
Orlando, I'm cool because Cade played out of his mind, Paolo played out of his mind, Jalen Suggs played out of his whatever it is. If it's a young, like you said, young up and coming team, and if it's like
Then you get-
if it's like an underdog story,
Okay, so here's the problem is like I feel like the Knicks are going to be susceptible to the relationship 80-20 rule, right? They saw the chick with a fat ass and like they had old girl at home who was doing everything she needed to do.
Except playing more than 6 people.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's like, I feel like they had Not Gonna Cry Mary J. Blige at home.
Yo.
Right? And then they decided, like, I'm going to leave her for Cousin Faith from Soul Food.
Yeah.
This some black shit, Dan. You don't understand this.
I'm looking
But it's
right
okay.
at you.
It's okay. It's okay.
Like the
I'm
Halliburton
going
pack
deep-
right now.
I'm going deep into it. I'm going deep down into it. Right? Messed around. Y'all hit Cousin Faith, and now you think, like, yo,
this is it.
this is it. And I feel like this is going to end terribly
She's burying you.
for the next coach.
Listen.
Look, Not Gonna Cry was at home. She helped you build your business.
She did.
And she lit your shit on fire because you're such an asshole.
She did.
She did. And now you're going to mess around with Cousin Faith,
But listen,
who you boned in the studio, and it's going to be bad.
those 2 minutes of Cousin Faith hitting the spots that, you know what I'm saying, Mary wasn't hitting at home.
Oh,
right.
no. Oh, no.
But at the end
Chris
of the
just
day,
walks in and goes, "What are we talking about?"
What's going on over here?
but at the end of the day,
I
y'all
have
need
one
it.
more sip to see if I can figure out what you guys are talking
Jose
about.
Alvarado was
It's-
suspended for testing positive for exogenous testosterone, so not heroin.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Jay
Exogenous?
Remy.
He was skin popping testosterone? What the fuck is that? What does that mean?
I
Exogenous.
defy anyone in America to have broken down the Thibodeau coaching search the way that it was just broken down right
That's
now.
why that's Jamel, baby.
Yeah.
But it is a bummer if you're a Knicks fan to see that whatever the plan is after Thibodeau doesn't seem to have an answer that's going to be more exciting than Thibodeau.
Man, I'm also a Yankees fan, so
Proceed to smoke that Halliburton pack.
when the Thunder go up by 30,
at your convenience.
That's what you're going to do it? Okay.
Indulge.
Indulge? All right.
yo, which by the way, I'm gonna give you a shout out right here live on camera, gang. Shout out to Orlando, the random dude who I've seen in the street. I was walking down, trying to go to CVS.
¿Qué tú estás
to
comiendo?
get a couple things.
¿Qué tú estás comiendo?
Y'all got the Costco-sized bag of like Reese's animal crackers downstairs, and they congealed into one thing.
Yo, Reese's got
That's
animal
one
crackers?
cracker.
These shits go crazy, Jamel.
You're kidding me.
These shits go crazy. Smoke a
Oh,
blunt
shit.
and eat a bag of these. I dare you.
That's one nacho.
These shits
My
turn me out.
smoking is terrible. So
just
like,
turn me
yo, I fuck with that. Just not smoking.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking past the Dominican consulate. And my publicist is like, yo,
Just randomly?
just on my way to CVS. Just
Right over
happened
here.
randomly.
It's right over
Over
here.
here,
It's
okay.
over here by Brickell.
Yo, it's over there.
11:13, 11:12, 11:11, 11:10.
1738.
1738. I turn around to be like, yo, salute the flag, whatever. I hear, yo, Merrill, oh shit. I turn around, I'm like, oh, some dude does a U-turn and is like, yo, bro, I thought it was you. I didn't know it was you. I just wanted to say what's up. So he says what's up. And then I'm like, yo, I think I left my sunglasses somewhere. And also I need weed.
You broke
So-
him off or what?
So he was just like, yo, hop in my car. And I was just like, all right, fuck it, bro. Like, we going. We went. And that's how I got the Halliburton pack, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Feel free to smoke the Halliburton pack at your leisure. Trey Young has responded on Twitter to Shams' tweet that the Knicks were denied permission from the Hawks on
Say some stupid shit.
Quinn Snyder.
Say some
Trey
stupid shit, Trey.
tweeted, hell nah, and crying laughing emoji.
Fuck out of here, bro. Hell nah is when they show the drone shot of your fucking head. And you got the solar flare in the middle of your fucking head. Homie.
Another come home candidate right there.
Yeah, like come on, give it up.
Yes.
The fluffy curl is for Jason Tatum. It's not
This
for you.
feels like a wildly inappropriate conversation.
This one?
This one.
Just this one?
When you start bringing in people's hair and their hairlines.
Yeah,
man,
nah, that's what
I'm
we
gonna leave
do.
that. I'm gonna leave that to y'all men.
Yo,
folks.
you know
Said
what's
the
crazy?
Knicks hired somebody with a fat ass.
Speaking of Detroit,
That's different.
You missed the
Detroit,
the whole
Dio
thing.
top 5.
Yeah.
speaking
Kyle
of
Lowry,
Detroit,
Dio.
I was asked the question of like, who do I think has fake hairlines? Because some people
Oh, shit.
like Steve. That was when the
I
Cowboys,
know where you're going with this.
right. So I said like Steve Harvey. Obviously, he had the man unit. Cat talked
He had
about
the
it. It's well
sponge.
known. Yeah, right. Blah 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 blah. And then I said Jalen Rose.
You're a lie.
And I was just like, yo,
The devil
his
is
shit-
a liar.
So I said it, right? So I said, yo, Jalen Rose, his shit gotta be fake because it's too perfect.
It's not.
It's too perfect. So then I get a text. Yo, this is Jalen Rose. My shit's real.
It's true.
I mean, now we on FaceTime.
Haters will say it's fake, dog.
I'm like, yo,
but
I believe you.
true.
It is geometrical. Like it's a modern marvel. How
it is
the
perfect.
90-degree angles on it are crazy.
Listen.
Like I'm talking about on TV, Jamal. You know how hard
That
it is
man
for
got
Fusion to
good
look
genes,
perfect on
dog.
TV?
I know.
like
it
different
is-
share.
It is.
In 4K?
It is a medical marvel.
4K.
Like, and I like this.
He got to sell something. Yo, Jalen, listen, if you're watching this, Jamel and I agree. You got to start a hair care line.
And
Jalen
Jalen
Rose.
and I grew up on the same side of town, so I feel like this is like some West Side shit. Like West Side Detroiters, we built a little bit differently, and so because of that, like I feel like his hairline. Do you think he made a deal with Lucifer to get the hairline?
I don't know. But but
No,
whatever
that
he
hairline
did,
is official.
whatever he did, I'm down to do it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
My
saying?
Detroit brother, love Jalen.
Shout out to him.
Jamel has got to go.
I do.
We are always thrilled by her presence. We will go to dinner before you leave town, I hope. What are you in town for?
Okay, so I'm in town for the American Black Film Festival, ABFF. So I have a conversation that I'm having with Chris Paul tomorrow, and then on Friday. Love the conversation with Chris Paul, but there's a documentary coming out about Magic City that is executive produced by Jermaine Dupri, also Drake. And everybody remembers their first time at Magic City. I'm sure you remember yours, Dan, but you probably don't. But I remember mine. But anyway, we all got Magic City stories. So, like, I'm very excited about doing this. And so I have to leave you all because my husband's actually landing. So I have to go meet him and all
You
that.
picking him up at the airport?
Hell no.
Oh, I'm about to say.
What kind of marriage do you think this is?
I was about to say, I was like, damn.
no,
I
I'm
was
just
about
going
to
to
be
go back to
like,
the
yo,
hotel to make
Mary
sure
J.
No.
Before you leave, Jamel,
Yes.
Mike Bryant from YouTube chat says, "We love you. Keep doing your thing."
And I love Mike Bryant too. And also, I'm going to give one shout out before I leave. Okay, so one of my good friends, her husband, Marino McAlpin, is a huge fan of yours. And he was supposed to be here. And I texted him, and I was like, yo, I hate that you're not experiencing all this tomfoolery right now. But, like, he's a big fan of yours. So, Dan, Meryl, all the gang, all of y'all, Mike, everybody, I love y'all, and I love the fact that I got to see y'all in person because it's been way too long. And y'all have all grown up, but yet, sadly, you're still kind of fucking abnormal. So I love this.
Jamel, one more PS before you go.
Yes.
I got something very funny that's going to take you back a long time.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go back.
You were a professor at UCF.
I was.
2012-ish?
Yes.
You gave my buddy a C. He didn't deserve a C. You deserved an A.
Are you
gave him a C.
sure?
Yeah,
He didn't
that's
deserve
the
a
lore.
C.
That's the lore. He says Jamel gave me a C. I said I don't know.
Okay.
I
Did he
don't
say
know.
it like
So
Trump?
I just want to let you know.
So a huge part of that class was about writing. So your boy is probably a shitty writer. That's probably why I gave him a C.
He is
Got
actually.
his ass.
He is a shitty writer.
Got him.
That's the discount.
I'm sorry I gave him a C. Did he wind up being successful in life? I
Yeah,
don't know.
he works for the MLS. He's doing
Okay,
his
there
thing.
you go.
Hey, there you go, champ. 36-35 here, Pacers. This is fun. I mean,
1738.
1738.
Jamel, thank you.
Yo, get TJ McConnell the fuck out off my screen.
Agreed. By the way, just a little nugget for later on in the alley-oop. Juju, did you know? And of course you knew because you host the alley-oop. Pacers hit the most corner threes out of anybody in the NBA in the playoffs.
My father is ready for Refran del Dia during a commercial break. Papi, are you ready?
I thought she'd never leave.
It is nice to.
She's going to take him to the D.
I am ready.
You're ready. All right, Papi is ready to play Refran del Dia here with Mero, one of our most popular games.
Oh, Mero.
Hey. Dímelo, papi.
Dímelo. Need that.
Dímelo, mi gente. Estamos aquí con Papi, con Dan Le Batard, con el primo, Kid Mero, el tigre.
El tiguerón.
I have two, Dan. I've got two Refran del Dias. One that we'll have Papi answer, and then one Dominican core that we will have Mero answer. So we'll start with the Cuban one first. Papi, ¿qué significa lo que pica el pollo?
Oh. What the chicken pick?
No.
What does he pick?
What the chicken picks, Papi? You really seem to be buffering there. You seem to have some trouble getting in the game there.
I got
What
the
happened?
chicken raya,
Okay,
pollo.
Thank you, Google Translate.
He was typing in, that's why it took him long.
That was a nasty one.
that is a literal translation, but what is
A
it?
chicken.
Yes, we got that. El pollo. But now what does he pick? What does he like nip at? What is the chicken?
This is the what's going on during the day. That's it. What does the chicken
What's
pick?
up?
No, what's up?
What's up?
Pica pollo. Está comiendo lo que pica pollo. Could be
I don't know.
shit. Could be eating
That's
shit.
true. That's true.
I don't really understand what the phrase means. I've gotten no help on what the fran del dia is.
But I got el pollo right. You got it.
You got el pollo right.
He did get a pollo
Dan,
right,
lo que
but that
pica
helps-
pollo.
that
You
helps
say
no
that.
one.
You say that sometimes when, somebody's doing something that seems a little foolish. Oye, te está comiendo lo que pica pollo. Oh, que mierda. Está comiendo mierda.
I've heard eating shit is like a very Miami thing.
So is cag.
Yeah, cagazo is a super Miami.
Cagazo? Yeah, that's
Cagalitroso.
Eating shit is a Miami thing?
Yeah, in
shit,
terms
bro.
of like how often we use it. Yeah. What are you
doing?
What are
Eating
you up
shit?
to? Nothing much. Eating shit. Like people don't say that other places.
Oh yeah, nah.
Because it's a Spanish translation.
saying it to somebody
comiendo
else
mierda.
is more like up top.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a yo. If somebody calls you up and you're like, "Yo, estoy comiendo mierda,"
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
a very
Yeah,
that's a
telling
good-
on yourself saying that you're eating shit is a very Miami thing.
Yeah.
Right, correct. Now the one, Refund the Dia for Mero. Spin the wheel.
Tíramelo.
Spinning Mero. It landed on Mero. Can you explain to the people what Dominicans mean when they say dique?
Dique can be used in various formats, right? So, dique, you could tell me, Mero, I just signed a deal with Rémy Martin for $58 billion. And I'd be like, dique. That's like a, yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you could say, el dique va para allá. Like, he said he's going over there. It's incredulous.
It's, but a little bit sarcastic,
Right.
skepticism. But what does DK mean? Like, what does the word itself mean? Poppy, do you have any? You can't help us here. You have nothing with the Dominican dialect.
Well, it seems to me that it's like saying, "Oh, this guy's full of shit," Dique.
Lo que pica pollo. Dique lo que pica pollo.
Lo que pica pollo, something like that. Yeah, they say.
He didn't just that kind of thing us?
He did just hit us with that kind of thing. Excellent work, Bobby. Where'd you get that shirt? Is that a new shirt? That's a nice shirt.
Your mother picks it for me. She bought it.
It's very
CVS?
nice.
You got that?
Special Okeechobee Flea Market.
Okay.
Shout out to the
Bobby,
flea.
I want to play some words that David Sampson has tried to say in Spanish. You try and guess what they are. What is this word?
Tetas.
Oh, tetas.
Let's go.
Oh,
If Poppy knows one
they're
thing.
singing my song.
Sure.
He said, I love this song.
Are they singing your song?
They're singing my song.
Okay, who's singing your song and what is this song?
Bro,
Is
that's
this-
the teta.
Teta arriba, coño, teta afuera.
Teta fuera.
Ahí sí, vamos.
What about this word, Poppy? What about this one?
Correcta.
Careta. Face mask. Face mask.
No, I'm sorry, Poppy. That is croqueta.
Oh, croqueta.
Yeah, but
No, dique, croqueta.
Correcta.
Croqueta.
Dique, croqueta.
Dique croqueta, pero no sé.
Croqueta. Dave Sampson spent about 15 years in downtown Miami.
I know, he's an
He
idiot.
couldn't say
I know,
croqueta.
it's ridiculous. Yes. He got no influence from Latin culture. How about this one, Poppy? What's this word?
A gallivera.
Oh, that's guayabera.
He's on his game today.
A gallivera.
Guayabera.
Dan, I think he's a spark plug with the tetas. All of a sudden, it's a bit of a spark plug.
That
there.
goes.
Tetas, bro. Tetas. That was
Tetas.
tetas.
Quietly, Pacers took a 3-point lead.
8-14, 8-13, 8-12.
Poppy,
Tetas.
how did you do on the snacks in the eating area?
Oh, man, I'm ready for a second round.
What did you have, though? What did you
I had everything. I don't know. Everything was so good I couldn't. The only thing is that I was disappointed. How could you have a party in Miami with food that don't have black beans available?
That's true. Tenemos arroz, pero no tenemos frijoles.
I don't think
La macate, bro.
Poppy, what are the top 3 Cuban finger foods? I will tell the story. It's always true. My father has figured out at weddings that the place to stand is right outside the kitchen. So he just waits right outside there.
Oh, yeah, you gotta stay. You gotta stay on your feet. You gotta be right outside the kitchen. When that tray comes out, you got the first pick. That's
Spider-Man.
it. That's it. That's what I do at weddings.
What are the best 3 Cuban finger foods?
Finger foods. I don't know. I mean, croquetas is one of them.
Bam.
Sandwichitos.
Bocadito, ajá.
Bocaditos, you know what I mean? Oh, cangrejitos.
Oh, I missed out cangrejito. That was a lie. Cangrejitos are good.
They're great.
¿Cangrejito o bacalaíto? ¿Cuál prefiere?
Cangrejitos, croqueticas, and albóndigas. You know the albóndigas.
Wait a second.
Albóndigas.
Wait a
Meatballs
second.
are- meatballs,
We have
are they
those too?
Are they a finger food? Are meatballs a finger
Oh,
food?
yeah,
Depende.
sure.
Yeah, you break them up with your fingers.
Get a toothpick.
Small man. And you know what else? Tetas.
Tetas, oh yeah.
Great
that's-
finger food.
Finger food.
What are we doing?
15-4 in the second quarter for the Pacers, and Benedict Mathurin has 9 of those points for them.
Is he good?
Right.
Mathurin cannot have more than 20 points because of that mustache. So he's about to
No,
max
that's
out.
Ben Shepherd.
Shepard.
That's Ben Shepherd.
That's
Different guy.
my
Yeah,
fault.
Shepard.
different guy.
Shepard.
Wrong guy. That's how you know the Pacers don't even matter because I don't know who was on that.
Yeah, you can get away with that. You're good.
Yeah.
Shepard.
Ty Otto says from YouTube says McConnell plays like his life depends on it. And yeah, since he's been in the game, the run has happened. Back to you.
Because he does. It does depend. His contract depends on how you play. He's like he's the Della Vedova of the
They
Pacers.
must
Can
love
I get
him
one of those, Dan? What's
so
up with
much
that?
in
Sweating out
Indiana.
here.
They must love him so much.
McConnell?
TJ McConnell.
Right.
He's the
Oh,
worst.
My God.
He's
Just
one of the
everything
greatest
perfect.
examples of you love him if he's on your team and you hate him more than
No,
any
there'd be
other
a Brad
player in the
Marchand
league
situation if
not.
he was on the Heat. I wouldn't like him.
Really?
Yeah. Jump stop on the lane. Oh, yeah. I'm fake and then lay it up.
insane.
Please get out of here.
You would hate him on the Heat?
Yeah.
He's like quintessential Heat guy.
No, he's not.
Right. Culture. Edgar Jones from YouTube chat has asked you, Mero, indica or sativa?
Feel free to smoke that Halliburton.
Halliburton pack.
Hybrids.
Brought to you by Halliburton pack.
Hybrids.
Hybrids is where it's at, but like it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm trying to get freaky and go to a museum, it's sativa.
Hold on, you're getting freaky and then go to the museum?
Right.
Freaky
Or
after
getting
museum?
freaky in the museum. You know what I'm saying? Behind the dinosaurs. I'll do sativa and I'm write something, you know what I mean, and do graffiti, whatever. But if I'm just in the crib playing Call of Duty, like getting carried by, my children, literally.
Yeah.
It's indica, bro. Because I'm just in there. They're like, Dad, buy the loadout. Buy the loadout. Poppy, buy the loadout. You have the money. Poppy, you have the money. Poppy, there's a sniper. I'm like, yo, hold on. Yo, espérate, hold on. I'm buying it right now. Where I throw it?
I love how you slowed down, too.
Where I throw it? I throw it right here? I throw it right here? Is the smoke coming out?
Why are my teeth growing?
How many?
yeah,
What's the age difference in the kids?
14, 12. Now I was about to lie and fuck up the ages because there's 2 birthdays in June and 2 in March. But they're 14, 12, 10, and 8. My daughter's the youngest.
Oye, tú estabas activo.
Activini, loco.
You're an unk now too, right? You're an unk now too. This has happened. You've gone from bodega boy to
bodega tío. Yeah, straight up. Like just bodeguero now. Not bodega boy, bodeguero.
El dueño.
El dueño de la bodega. The guy from the bodega that's like, the guy that has his own fridge in the bodega that's just full of beers. And it's just like a white Whirlpool fridge. It's not like a commercial fridge.
But it's old, but it still cranks.
It's cranks, bro. That has
You take a presidente out, it's got the ice on top.
Bro, metió la novia.
It's been in the family for a while.
Bro, it's a family heirloom, and that shit gets beer at like just above freezing.
My father has never impressed me more. In Hialeah, when I was very young, I was in college. My father went like a bunch of back alleys, a couple of doors open, another door open. A guy comes out with a spare tire that cost me $10 for my car.
Don't ask where you got it from.
No, he couldn't ask anybody where I got it from. Couldn't ask anybody. I don't know how my father did that, but I got a spare tire for my car. For
and it was
$10.
original manufacturer too. So how did he get that?
Yo,
including installation too.
Come on.
El ratón de Hialeah.
Pepito de la
Tip and
goma.
everything. Tip and everything for $10. What a deal.
The godfather of Hialeah,
Yeah,
bro.
no, he could do it. He ran that place. He was a bit of a gangster in
Hey,
Hialeah.
dog. Look at TJ McConnell looking like an offensive lineman in need of an oxygen tank.
TJ McConnell has reminded me of the top 5 reggaeton songs of the 2000s.
When I think of TJ McConnell, I definitely think of
Isn't that
Puerto
what
Rican
everyone
music.
thinks?
Hector
Put
el
it on
Father.
the poll when you see TJ McConnell. Is the first thing you think of the top 5 reggaeton songs of the 2000s?
Before we do that, Dan, let me challenge our audience. If you think you can predict the NBA Finals, head to DraftKings.com/Rémy Martin. Enter the Rémy Martin Sports Royalty Prediction Series for a shot to claim your share of the cash. Eligibility restrictions apply. Must be 21 over to enter. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com/Rémy Martin for details.
Yo, DraftKings, holla at me, yo.
So Dan, you mentioned reggaeton songs, and I've been doing a lot of deep diving in the crates of back in the day. Okay, and reggaeton back in the early 2000s, before it really went national, international.
Yeah.
Okay,
You talking about Mas Flow?
we were talking about the real stuff. I was at quinceañeras dancing to this, and I shouldn't have been. So we're gonna have a little bit of a wrinkle, though. We're gonna have a little bit of a wrinkle. We're gonna have a little bit of a wrinkle. You ready? Chris is gonna be doing a dual top 5 with me.
Okay.
We're gonna be dueling top 5s, and then Mero can judge who's his best.
Let's go.
Do you want me to go first? Chris, you ready? You feel like you got a good...
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to start in the OLI. Do you have OLIs or no?
No OLIs.
Okay, I'm going to go OLIs, and then we go top 5.
Okay.
Dan, let me know if you've heard of any of these songs. I don't see you as a big reggaeton guy.
Well, I don't like what you guys are doing here, okay, where you make me smoke that Halliburton pack guy, and then Jamel comes in and she tells the story, and she's like, Dan, this story's not for you, and now all of a sudden you're doing a segment, like, it's Dan, this isn't for you either.
No. I'm saying stop me when you've heard for one of these songs. I feel like you're like an 8 on 80s guy, Sirius XM.
8 on 8. Whoa.
90s on 9.
90s on 9. Okay, my bad. I
Let him know.
was one
Let him
decade
know.
off.
Thank
My bad.
you. No, but that's a
let
whole
him get hair.
different
Little bit
thing.
more Dave
80s
Matthews Band for you. Is that what it is?
80s on 8 is no good.
Nah. Listen, that's what Dominicans call a viejebo right there.
Wow.
Un jevito.
Wow.
Un jevito, pero tú sabes.
In the OLI, we're starting off with Wisin y Yandel, Rakata.
Oh.
Rakata, Me toca a mí.
Oh, wow.
Dan, you heard Rakata?
Damn.
Yes.
All
correct.
right.
Yes.
He
Congratulations.
caught a dub to that.
All right, this one's a little bit more sensual. We're staying in the Yandel topic, but te suelto el pelo.
Oh,
Te suelto el pelo, te quito la camisa, tu pantalón, y después
te come completa.
Poppy, you want to translate that?
Oh, you caught me off guard here.
You want to try again?
Papi,
You guys
I'll
wanna
say
do
it slow.
All right, Poppy, we're
Te
gonna
suelto
do
el pelo.
I let your hair loose.
Te quito la camisa.
I let go of your hair.
It's playing refrain.
I take your shirt off.
Ajá.
Poppy.
Tu pantalón.
Well, no.
Poppy, come on.
Wait a second. Wait.
Y después,
Te come
Your mother
completa.
is next door. She's going to kill me.
you said tetas.
Tetas, yes. Well,
Poppy, you said that they're singing my song. That's what you said. And now he says, and now
but
she,
this is getting more right to the point.
No,
you know,
This is more intimate. This is more
This is a
intimate.
lot more
you
intimate.
take
more
off
graphic.
the pants, you take. Let's start again.
Te suelto el pelo.
I will let your hair loose.
I pull your hair.
Oh!
I let go of your hair.
Te quito la camisa,
I'll take off your shirt.
tu pantalón.
Oh, no. Wait.
That's where we get jammed up right there. We get jammed up right there.
Tetas is cool. Taking your pants off is
I
not.
don't understand why you're stopping there. Just translate for the English audience. Let's start again.
Te suelto el pelo.
I will let your hair loose.
Te quito la
I will
camisa,
take off your shirt
tu
off.
pantalón.
Oh, you're also your panties.
Y después, te como
completa. Not your panties, just your pants. Not your panties. It's your pants.
It's a 2-for-1 there, Dano. Come on, it's a 2-for-1.
Pantalón.
Pantalon, okay,
They were
pants.
not your panties, Dad. They were
Slacks.
They were slacks. Now take off your slacks.
I'll take off your slacks. That's definitely reggaeton. Yo, every girl I picked up at Latin night reggaeton party was yeah.
Yeah.
They were
Yandel
wearing
was
slacks.
bumping, dude.
Yeah, that was bumping, and they was all wearing
And
slacks.
Wisin, both of them.
Well, yeah. For Rakata, yeah, for sure.
I put together a top 5 for you guys.
Oh man,
It's adjacent to the
Take off
Tios.
your slacks.
I'll take off your slacks.
And after,
slacks.
La misma familia.
Yeah, the same family.
Trousers.
One is longer than the
She was in
other
court
one.
that day, Dan. She was in court that day. She was wearing slacks.
Your trousers is not a reggaeton song.
It's a synonym. Don't worry.
Just got told Stan Van Gundy will be joining us with 2 minutes left in this quarter, so this will really feel.
Stan Van Gundy's actually an OLI for my list. Top 5 people in sports that look like a father-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
He's OLI.
El suegro.
Yeah.
Yo, he
Number
got big
5.
Suegro energy, bro.
Bruce Bochy.
Oh!
That's good.
How annoyed are you with this Halliburton floater? You just made another one. Of
I hate it.
You must
I hate it.
49-42,
I hate it because my
503,
son,
502,
my 12-year-old
501.
can't shoot either. And he resorts to that floater all the time, and he kills him in the gym with that shit. And I'm like, I love that you have this in your bag, but I hate it because this guy does it all the time. I mean, Jalen Brunson does it too, but Jalen Brunson gets fouled. You know what I mean? And does it through the contact. Look at that terrible jumper. Good rebound.
OLI number 3. And this one is, it should have been top 5, but there's 5 other ones that I feel like are more of this list. But Mero, I want you to talk about the importance of this song in Hispanic music, okay?
Oh, boy.
This is a song by Aventura
Oh!
y Don Omar.
Oh!
Ella y yo. Ella y yo.
Ella y yo. Salí con tu mujer. Bro, that's crazy. Salí con tu mujer.
There was nothing like the concert where where Romeo Santos and Don Omar are going back and forth.
Yeah.
And Dan, the story is there's a guy who's got a betrothed, and then all of a sudden his best friend sleeping with his wife.
Scandalous.
It broke apart.
So
The internet didn't-
scandalous. She's more than me. Now I'm singing just Don Omar songs out of the
Well,
Clear
those
Blue
might be
ether.
coming up later.
Yo. Yeah, that was a banger, bro. And it was fire because like Romeo was like singing to him like, "Yo, you're sleeping with my wife," and he was saying that all in that falsetto, so it was banger.
And then Don was coming in like, I was doing much more than that.
Yo, I was blowing her booty hole out. He's taking up
That translation didn't.
Tatas.
I think we're just going to go back and forth. We're like Don Omar and
well,
Romeo
no, and
Santos.
Chris is going to jump into it.
All right. Number 4, Mike Pettin. Oh. You can imagine trying to bomb with Mike Pettin over a boat like a fishing trip, and he's like super red. He's got the farmer stand from the wraparound sunglasses.
Stonewalling
Got some
you.
Miller Lights.
You're like, yo, so what's up?
I think I could provide a good life for your daughter.
Yeah, I just got a promotion at work.
So, Tony, is it time for number 5?
Number 5, Chris.
Yo voy.
Oh, I have.
Oh, yo, boy.
Chris had that at 5. I had that at 3 actually. Zion and Lennox.
Funny, my number 3 was on your OLIs.
Wow. Okay.
We'll
All right.
get there shortly.
Number 5 for me, staying in Don Omar. Dale.
Oh,
Dale, don, dale.
Pa' que se me van a hallar.
Métete ahí, papi. Métete ahí, papi. Métete ahí.
Shut the motel.
Dale, with everything you got. Dale.
Everything, papi.
Number 3, father-in-law, Greg Berhalter.
Ooh,
2 G's on that.
okay. I want to throw Don Mattingly in there.
Oh, that would be good.
Suegro.
That's a good one.
Big Suegro.
I like him. Chris?
My number 4, Dile. Don Omar.
Oh.
See, I don't like this game.
Cuéntale. Dile
Well, you said all
That's
mine
my,
too.
that's my number 1.
You said my number 3 and my number 2.
That's my
Timeout
number
with
1.
3:26 to
Maybe-
play in the second quarter.
maybe we
51-51
should've-
after
Dile que
Shea
bailando te
Gilgeous-Alexander
conocí.
Cuéntale. Oh,
Dile
baby.
que bailando tú quieres ver.
Shea
Cuéntale.
points on 3 of 8
bro.
shooting.
Cuéntale que te conocí bailando. Cuéntale que eso mejor que él.
But it's been all
Corey
about
Perry
Benedict
has tied
Mathurin.
it.
So
14 points.
My
5 to
number
6 from the field.
My number 3 and 2 were already said. Can I just do my number 1 since it
Yes.
hasn't been said yet?
Yes.
Gasolina.
See that? No, but that's
Wait,
too.
which one? Which one?
Daddy Yankee.
Wow.
It better be the remix.
Wow, the remix of the remix.
The
See,
remix
that
of
was
the
It's
too,
the remix.
that was obviously a global hit.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm going more deep cuts, and if I'm going to go DY, I'm going to go a couple more. You ready for this one? Yeah. Lo que pasó entre tú y yo. Lo que pasó.
Bro, You're taking me back to like having
2000.
sex in the bathroom.
Come on, 2003.
At a house
baby,
party.
Let's go.
Taking me
Crazy
back to
work.
Flanagan's
At
on
Barrio
Monday.
Fino.
Woo! Mario
Hey.
Fino, whoa. He had this. Remember he had sneakers?
Yeah.
He came out with sneakers, bro. That's how.
That's when you knew it was like, oh, okay, we
Yeah.
broke through.
Yeah.
Number 2, father-in-law, Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah.
That's a tough dinner.
No, wait a minute.
Well, so what you
Mike
finna-
Mike
what you-
Tomlin's not allowing anyone to date his daughter.
What you finna do?
That's why it's a tough one.
Right.
It's a tough one.
Look, how's that
Ice
dinner
Cube.
going?
What you?
Ice
What
Cube.
plans you got for my baby girl?
I'm shook. You know what?
You know, because I coach the Steelers, right? I've been the coach of the Steelers for 38,000 years.
Never had a losing season.
Never had a losing season.
Just
Dan.
get her out of the restaurant alive.
Dan
You better
appears
not
next to
blink
me.
during this
Dan
dinner.
appears next to me. He never had a losing season. I know. Listen to Dan Le Batard. He knows what we're talking
Tomlin's
about.
hype man. Be right next to him. He's never once had a losing season.
All right.
All he
and
does is win.
since we were doing this out of order, this is number 4, but another deep cut from El Barrio Fino. Tu Príncipe.
Oh, wow. Wow. I
Classic.
thought you were gonna hit me with designing next. Doncella, tan bella.
That's so good.
yo
There's- the problem is
conocí
there's so
la
many.
nena. Yeah,
I had to narrow
bro.
down the list.
Oh, so you and I gotta go la. Come on, baby. Or Lexi Fido. What was that?
You gotta give your
Ooh. What was the shit? Oh my God, I'm trying to remember.
This game's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like they're going
I got
back.
one another
Tiny
while alive.
53. Their game.
Pásame la botella. Voy a beber en nombre de ella. Pásame la botella. Take me back to Oasis in the Grove.
Ooh.
Underage hookah.
Wonderwall?
Number 1 is Jamie Moyer.
Nati nota loca. Jamie Moore, yeah, for sure. 100%.
That guy was hell in the division.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah. He's
Had no answers for 87 miles per hour down the middle for whatever reason.
Crazy.
Miguel Cabrera was like, I can't work on these
middle.
conditions.
87 middle. I like my 10U team can hit that shit.
Take strike 1, swing through a changeup, spit on a curveball in the outside corner, and you're done.
And David Wright's out on 3 pitches. It's crazy.
Speaking of Jamie Moyer, this NBA Finals watch-along is presented by Rémy Martin.
That was another Reggaeton song.
1738 Accord Royal, exceptionally smooth cognac for all your game day
What does that have
festivities.
to do with
Jamie Moyer was born in 1738.
That's right.
Please drink responsibly.
It's a good joke, Jay Remy.
This game?
Jay Remy boy.
This game is fun, man.
Asota Zion, come on.
This game is fun, but when we do these things, I feel like I haven't watched a second of it.
No, man, we do this thing where we're like, we have to entertain. When
Fuera mi
people come to
novia,
watch
yo tu
parties to
príncipe.
watch emotion, but we booked Mero when it looked like the Knicks might make the final.
Yeah.
We've got stand.
You know what song I haven't heard? What song I haven't heard? I got a contribution. The one song that be like, down, down, down.
That fucked up my whole
like
search
that one.
history because that was Rakim and Ken Y.
Can't lie.
Rakim and Ken Y. I'm like, how you name yourself Rakim? There's already a Rakim. How do you not know Rakim?
But Rakim like went away when hip hop like blew up, and
Low-key.
everyone's like, "Where is Rakim?" And then he was like, "Guess who's back?"
Guess who's busy? Yeah, come on. And I got Dr. Dre beats now.
12 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds for Tyrese Halliburton, 5 of 8 from the field.
Mid game.
How is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander doing?
Cooking.
He's someone who just scores 34 points every time very quietly.
Shea only has 10 points in this game, 4 of 10 from the field. He's taken 2 free throws total. So he started slow, but he scored, I believe, 6 of the last 10 or 12 points for Oklahoma City.
So I'll say this right now. I'm rooting for Oklahoma because I've seen SGA's pops and he's super Caribbean. So like that's why I'm rooting for.
And you hate the
And
Pacers
I hate
and
the
put a
Pacers.
curse on them and put a curse on Halliburton. How much do you hate Halliburton? Like, do you
A ton.
Yeah.
Not even like as a person, as like a basketball player. If I saw him in the street, I'd be like, yo, what's up, bro? You're probably cool. Let's play Call of Duty with my kids. You know what I'm saying? But like as a basketball player, I hate his guts. Same thing with Trae Young. Trae Young, me and him probably have mad fun at like Sue's Rendezvous or something. It's closed now. But you know, at like a gentleman's club or something, like we probably have a great time. But
where does he rank in terms of how you feel now that you've got this rejuvenated Knicks passion that also creates a hatred that you probably haven't had any reason to have for anybody over 25 years because you haven't had a rival? Like Trae Young, you probably hate him a little bit too.
yeah, because he likes that. So like, you know, it's not the same level of hate because Tyrese Halliburton has beaten us like for real. Like that the team that Trae Young beat wasn't like the real Knicks.
You know what I'm saying?
The best version of them.
Right. It wasn't the best version of Knicks. So he beat them. He was rolling dice on the court and doing all that stupid shit, which is crazy. Which, by the way, if he would have done that to like the 90s Knicks, like, bro, rest in peace, Anthony Mason, he's suplexing you through the garden floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What is the list of those Knicks before you get to Larry Johnson? Like, in terms of how many Knicks would kick the ass of Trae Young before it got to Larry Johnson kicking the ass of Trae Young? You got Oakley.
Oakley for sure. Mason. I got Spree fucking him up. You know what I mean? Just like out of like, just tenacity. Anybody that played power forward for the Knicks, bro. Herb Williams could fuck up Trae Young. You know what I'm saying? Right now, as we stand. And I think Stan agrees with me.
Thank you. As we stand is a good introduction for Stan Van Gundy, who is joining us. It is nice to always see Papi.
That's why I did that.
Thank you. Good work by you, professional broadcaster. Tu ves ahí, Papi? Stan Van Gundy, Papi.
Yeah, where is Stan? Stan.
There he is.
Nice seeing you, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, Poppy. How are you?
Oh, I miss you on TV. You did a hell of a job.
Well, it was your show.
No. I mean, on the playoff.
The broadcasts.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, TNT were done.
What happened? How come you're off the hook now?
Broadcast partners and whatnot.
You know what? I don't negotiate the contracts, Poppy. I just show up when they tell me to show up.
Well, you need a new manager to take care of you.
Not really.
Yeah, you do. You need a new agent.
Poppy can be your agent.
I was about to say, sign to Poppy,
Yes,
manager,
LLC.
agent, whatever.
Yeah, Poppy.
Poppy
Tell him.
Nation.
That's it. He called his last game because TNT's not doing the games anymore.
Poppy Nation.
Stan now works for Amazon. He's going to go to Amazon.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, Pop.
He's going to be a delivery guy.
Yeah, he's just delivering things
Packages,
for Amazon. It's not a great job.
I thought that he was going to be broadcasting from a new division.
He said,
with Amazon, you never know.
No, hard times, Dad. He's got to deliver packages. So if you need something, in an emergency, Stan might bring it by
Don't
the
knock
house.
on my door. Ring the doorbell, please.
Yeah, please.
Okay,
Leave the package
gotcha.
at the door.
Maybe Amazon is competing with TNT and
Yes.
ESPN and
Yeah.
They are.
and whatever the other guy is.
Poppy, why
We are now.
do you always make it ESPN, Poppy?
ESPN.
It's not an
ESPN. Can we make ESPN?
No.
ESPN, yeah, that's right. Why not?
Atrévete,
No, they can't do ESPN Enya when all they've got of Hispanics is Sedano.
Where is Sedano? They're supposed to be here.
He was on TV. Sedano was on TV tonight.
And Sedano's not even Jorge Sedano. He's
George. Jorge.
He's George now?
I call him Jorge.
Arrepentido.
Arrepentido. He's a Cuban arrepentido.
Poppy, how does
decreed it.
Jorge Sedano on ESPN go by George?
Oh, he's a fake Cuban. That's it.
I think I saw George with a G, by the way, too. He changed his name.
That's
It's
right.
not G.
George with a G. I saw it.
It's not a G.
I saw it.
It's not GEORG.
He took the O off. Now he's George Sedan.
No, he doesn't put that one on me because I tell him on national TV. No, it's Jorge, not George.
Your mama named you Jorge. I'm going to call you Jorge.
Jorge, that's it.
I think he's going to join us here at some point from the game. A good game, I might add. Stan, what do you make of what's happening here? I really don't feel like people are generally respecting Indiana enough. Like,
Damn it.
Indiana is 46-16 over the last 62 games, and while I also don't think that they're as good as OKC, scoring 64 points on this defense in the first half is about as well as you can do against OKC.
Yeah, no question. OKC, best defense in the league, easily the entire regular season. And then throughout every round of the playoffs, they've had the best defense. So to put up what they're putting up here and it's the second quarter. Look, Indiana's bench, which was a big part of their season, was really ineffective the first two games. The only guy who ever even played to a plus was Obi Toppin, and he had a good game one, but then didn't do anything in game two. And now in the second quarter, that bench came alive. McConnell's energy, his assists and steals, and Mathurin scoring, and then Toppin had a great block and was getting out in transition running. Ben Shepherd came in, gave him some defense. made a shot. So the bench is a big difference tonight so far from what I've seen for Indiana.
And what do you make of in the first half, Jalen and Shea and Chet combining for what is it now, 38 of the points? That's kind of how they have to play. It's only a half, but I am surprised that OKC isn't choking out Indiana. I expect OKC to always choke everybody out.
Well, yeah, and listen, I mean, they're certainly capable of coming out in the second quarter and putting the clamp. I mean, in the third quarter and putting the clamps on and taking control of this game. I mean, that's the thing. The thing with Oklahoma City to me that still makes them the favorite is they can win any type of game. So they've basically done it with their defense, but we've seen it throughout the year. They can win a game like this, a high scoring game. You know, they can win a slow down game. They can win a fast paced game. They can beat you in a lot of different ways. So this one's far from over, but you're right. Indiana people probably have not had enough respect for, especially, look, they became a very good defensive team from January 1st on. So they're not a one-sided team like they were earlier.
Amin El Hassan is joining us from the finals right now.
Okay.
Amin, welcome to the program. Where are you right now? You seem like you're in the bowels of the arena, probably near a bathroom. Maybe
that's a bowel if I've ever seen it.
Maybe between a bathroom and a chapel. You do not look at that.
Where's Mark Jackson?
The glamour and pageantry of a hallway in Indiana. Joining us live, Amin El Hassan. Go ahead and interact with Stan Van Gundy with all of your most poignant NBA thoughts.
Stan, how's it going? Great game here. I thought one of the things that happens that Tyrese Halliburton has come out aggressive as opposed to what he's done in the first two games, which is kind of feel it out, try to set everyone else. I really like that he's getting after it a little bit more. Then the big thing for Oklahoma City is so many sloppy turnovers, very uncharacteristic of them. It's not necessarily even, incredible pressure that's creating these turnovers. It's just bad passes, cross-court passing, lazy passes, they're really and allowing themselves to be baited by Indiana. On the other side, I thought Indiana kind of let their foot off the gas there in the second quarter. It looked like they were going to create some space, and then all of a sudden Oklahoma City comes back. And the thing to look out for in the second half is Neesmith, Nembhard, and Siakam with 3 fouls. Keep an eye out on them as far as their foul trouble goes.
I mean, go to some place in the arena that is slightly less bowels. I need less bowels from the arena where the Wi-Fi is slightly better than the bowels of where you are amid concrete in a very sad place that doesn't feel like the
bunker.
championship.
Can you go to a place that isn't post-apocalyptic?
With how thick those walls are, it's honestly impressive the internet was that good.
I can't believe the strength of
Magic
your
Johnson's
Wi-Fi.
bunker.
You sound like you're coming to us from a toilet in the Indiana Pacers locker room.
He's standing right next to the router too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't build a studio set here. Let me try that next time. Let me hit up on the NBA people. Can I build a studio set with an ISDN line? And maybe then the sound quality.
This spot's working better. Thank you for walking a few feet away. Yeah.
Your rage has made your Wi-Fi better because I'm simply asking you to get out of the bowels. Just go to a place that's less bowely.
ISDN was like 25 years ago.
The problem, I don't know. The problem is the further out I get, the noisier it is, and so then now the sound quality becomes an issue. Plus, there's a lot of restricted access places.
Let's just stay right where you are.
Jeremy goes ISDN. I go, yeah. Tree at 560 got pissed at me one time because I left it on.
An ISDN line is something. Honestly,
you like that one?
So
Steph, the specialist, was pissed. I cost the company like $5,000.
Couplers. He got couplers that he put into the phone. Stan, can you get in here with Amin on what you saw in the first half that was surprising to you but is sustainable?
Well, I think Amin brought it up. Tyrese Halliburton being aggressive to score the ball is sustainable. And we know through not just in this series, but throughout the playoffs, throughout the regular season even, when Tyrese Halliburton is aggressive to score, then this Pacer team is really, really good. When he only wants to facilitate, then they struggle. And so I thought he came on, especially late in the second quarter. That's sustainable. They need to keep that going. They need to take better care of the ball. Amin pointed out Oklahoma City sloppy with the ball. Look, in the first 2 games, there was a 19 turnover differential in Oklahoma City's favor. And now Oklahoma City's turning the ball over. Indiana did a better job taking care of the ball in the second quarter after 7 turnovers in the first. I mean, to me, one of the big stats in this, or 2 of the big stats in this series are free throws and turnovers. OKC had a big edge in both in the first 2 games. It's hard to win when you're turning the ball over 20 times a game and sending teams to the line 28 times a game. Indiana's still fouling too much. I like the pressure, but it's just hard when you're giving people points, and Indiana's been doing it the whole playoffs long. They've been able to survive it because they've shot the ball so well from 3, but I think eventually that catches up. They got to take care of the ball, and they've got to cut their fouls.
Amin, help me with this, because throughout basketball history, almost always, if a team looks like OKC, they win the championship. You turn the ball over that little, you turn the ball over on the opponent that much, you're that good at offense and defense, top 5, you win 68 games, that point differential, you always win the championship. How do the Pacers prevent OKC from winning the championship?
Well, I mean, for one, keep doing what they're doing in terms of defensively. They've been phenomenal. Like Stan said, try less fouling, don't let them get to the free throw line. Keep turning them, but being able to convert points off those turnovers. And then I think the other part of it is you've got to attack them on the offensive glass. Oklahoma City has chosen to go with a smaller lineup and not to run too big. If that's the case, then you got to punish them for that. Siakam, I think in particular, you saw the beginning of the game. He was going at it because he had the mismatch. And I think as long as they want to kind of guard him with a smaller guy, Siakam is the one who has the advantage, the mismatch every time down on the court.
Stan, I got a question for you. This is very important. As a basketball savant, a guy who's been around the game for his entire life and is very knowledgeable and is part of a very illustrious brother duo, how can I interest you in a coaching position with the New York Knickerbockers?
Don't do it, Stan.
No,
Don't
I'm
do
not
it,
getting
Stan.
into that. Listen, the New York Knicks had a great coach. I mean,
They could get another one. They could get Stan Van Gundy.
Listen, I mean, it just, it's been interesting, I think, that whole coaching search, because they had a really good coach, very questionable decision, to say the least, to get rid of Tom Thibodeau. And now, we're getting news they're asking permission to talk to like everybody else's head coach, which is not going to work. I mean, nobody's just going to let guys go. And so it's going to be interesting to see what they do. And, but Tom trying to match what he did is not going to be easy.
Bro, I think you and Jeff get it done. I'm just saying.
Stan, I got a question for you. You obviously, there's a lot of coaches in the league. There's a lot of retreads in the league. You're looking for somebody who's maybe on a bench somewhere, who's had some success on that team. I'm looking at the Clippers bench, and I'm saying, hey, their defense stepped up big time. There's a coach on that bench who I really like and I think could do well with the New York Knicks.
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. My brother would be great anywhere.
Jeff Van Gundy back, head coach of the Knicks.
Come on.
He would be great anywhere. I mean, he can really coach. I think people know that around the league. It's just a matter of getting an opportunity, and it's, there's only 30 of these jobs, and I've said to people all along, there's more good coaches than there are jobs. So, nobody, I don't have a fault with anybody who got a job. I thought Phoenix made a great hire. I hope they give Jordan Ott more than 1 year. I hope that he can have more than 1 year there to get it
like
done.
a true coach.
The mean laugh from the mean laugh over there from the Phoenix Beyond.
Literally.
But that's the thing. And so, a guy like my brother's out there. Yeah, he's a great coach. But unfortunately, there's just not a lot of jobs open.
I mean, what are your thoughts here on all the Knicks that all the Knicks are doing, and specifically Stan Van Gundy clearly, obviously, going ahead and putting his brother in the coaching search for the New York Knicks?
That's
I did not do that. I did not do that at all.
It felt like a cosign.
Sound to me
obvious
like
endorsement.
I did not do that.
Obvious endorsement of Jeff Van Gundy as the coach of the New York Knicks.
He brought up coaching. We weren't even talking about
the Clippers
it.
defense.
Yes.
I will endorse my brother as a head coach of any team, not specifically the Knicks. And I honestly don't think he'd have any interest in going back there. He and Tom Thibodeau are very good friends.
That has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with anything.
There's a vacancy in New York.
It may not have anything to do with it for you, Dan, but for my brother, it does have something to do with it.
You think,
I got a question, Stan.
He's loyal to the
you think Thibodeau would get mad? Excuse me for a second, Juju. You think Thibodeau would get mad at your brother for taking that job?
No, but I don't think Jeff would take it.
Yeah.
Out of
True friend.
I think there's a couple of things to point out. Number one is the idea that they fired this guy without a plan, right? Look, if their prerogative as the owners or the guys who are running the show, you don't like the job and the play is done, sure, fine, go ahead, let him go. But to not have a plan and a plan B and a plan C and a plan D, the plan was to hire someone who's already hired somewhere else. That's a pretty shitty plan, right? That's number one. Number two, and I know, Stan, you're right. There's only 30 of these jobs, and so everyone that's available should be seriously considered. I don't think that's a good job. I think if you want your coach to coach well and to coach freely, he's got to have a feeling of stability from the front office and from ownership. And that place just fired a guy who took them somewhere they hadn't been in 25 years. Yes, Jeff and Tom being friends and all that factors in. But honestly, on a crazy level, even if they didn't know each other, it just is a weird situation. Like, you guys felt like this man wasn't good enough, right? That to the point where you're going to let him go and not have a plan B already lined up. So to me, I know it sounds crazy, but if Jeff were to ask me, or even right now, you guys ask Stan, Miro asked Stan, I said, you don't want to do that because it's a waste of time. All you're going to do is be in a situation where you're being second guessed by people who are probably not qualified to second guess someone of your caliber. And if the job is all done with you looking over your shoulder and stuff like that, that's not a good job. And I get it. There's only 30 of them, and you never know when one will ever open up. But man, I could not suggest to a friend of mine, you should actually go after that Knick job, especially if I think there's a good enough coach who would get a job elsewhere opened up.
Well, look, here's my thing on jobs, and I see it all the time. You see successful guys get fired, and then the line from the front office is, we need somebody to get us to the next level. Well, when you're in the conference finals, I think what a lot of these people forget is there's a lot of next levels. There's more next levels down than there are up. And so I think that what happens is people just assume like, oh, the conference finals is our baseline. Now we've got to take the next step and get to the finals. I mean, it's not like you're guaranteed to be in the conference finals. It's not like you're sitting there with a roster where, oh yeah, New York certainly should be back at that level again. I mean, I like their roster's fine, but they're not. Are you going to tell me they're better? Their roster's better than Boston's? When they were fully healthy, their roster's better than Cleveland's. I mean, come on, it's hard to get there. And so this next level stuff, how many times has that been said and then the team drops 2 levels? It certainly happened in Phoenix several times. Frank Vogel couldn't get them to the next level. Well, no, they found the next level.
Juju, you were saying?
It wasn't the next level up.
Juju, you were saying?
Stan, how does this sound? Head coach of the New York Knicks, Coach Meta World Peace. Your thoughts?
There you go. There you go. I'm not even gonna get into that one. Nope.
Poppy, what are your thoughts on Thibodeau being fired? What is your general opinion on this?
No, I was very disappointed. I thought that they were going to keep him around, but we have an opportunity to bring the butcher here in Miami. That's it. I'll go there and I'll offer him a hell of a job to come to Miami. No?
Bench coach?
My father wants to kick Eric Spoelstra upstairs.
Give him a big promotion to Eric.
A big pay raise and hire Tom Thibodeau as the coach of the Miami Heat.
Why not?
Well, listen, give Miami credit, right? I mean, and that's a stable organization. I mean, mentioned it. I mean, you have to have stability. I mean, even before this year, there were times where even with Eric there, they missed the playoffs. They didn't panic. And then, then they're back in the finals again. They stick with, they know they've got a good coach. They stick with him. The system stays the same. Players can perform. You have a down year. Everybody works to get better. You don't just look for somebody to blame. And they have had pretty consistent, success, particularly in the playoffs. I don't know why more people don't go in that direction, but they don't. I mean, stability's hard to find in this league. It always works in the long run, but it's still hard to find.
Amin, I know you have to go from the bowels of the arena at halftime. Thank you for joining us. I know that you're very busy. Any other thoughts before you get out of here for the evening?
Yeah, I'm actually in the elevator right now on my way up. I would say that, I took a picture of the banners hanging in at the Raptors here. They have 3 ABA championships. I've been on this kick for a few years now. The NBA needs to recognize ABA stats and ABA championships immediately.
That is your last thought.
Is
from
that like
the
a hand pull elevator?
Submarine.
What was that?
Yes, it's a dumbwaiter. Yeah, he is on a dumbwaiter. That's what I thought he was when I met him at the Clevelander for the first time, and I just sort of saw him eating lunch there. See you later. I mean, good seeing you, Stan. A real stunner that you would come out in vigorous defense of Tom Thibodeau.
Shocking.
We couldn't believe it that you did that. A controversial opinion by you to rail against the unfair firing of Tom Thibodeau.
I never say anything is actually unfair because, I think that owners, certainly front offices, they have the right to do whatever they want. It didn't make sense to me. I'm supportive of coaches, but this one's pretty easy. I mean, that's the best season they've had in 25 years. They have back-to-back 50-win seasons for the first time in 30 years. What's going on? I mean, I read one article, he didn't maximize his personnel. I'm like, well, I don't know. Jalen Brunson was a guy who was coming off the bench, getting 16 a game in Dallas, and now he's an all-NBA guy. Karl Anthony Towns had the best season of his career. I don't know who he didn't. Josh Hart went from being a backup to a triple-double guy. Who did he not maximize? OG Anunoby had a great year. I don't know what the hell these people are talking about when they write stuff like that. He didn't maximize his roster. It doesn't make sense. Do people watch games? Do they look at stats, or do they just write a bunch of BS?
Before we let you go, I've just got 3 questions for you. 1, if the Indiana Pacers win the championship, will they be the most surprising NBA champion ever?
Ever's a long time, but they'd certainly be right up there. Yeah, I would be surprised. I'm surprised they are where they are right now. So that would be pretty surprising.
Tyrese Halliburton, historically, give me a comp.
Oh, wow. That one's tough. I don't know if I've got that off the top of my head, Dan. He's a pass-first guy that they need to score to be successful. And he at times is reluctant to do that. He's so unselfish. And I'm having a hard time thinking of other guys off the top of my head that fit that way. But that guy's a great player. He obviously has had many big moments in the playoffs this year. And I got to think that guys absolutely love playing with him.
Was that a burp or a yawn that you were stifling in the middle of that? Was that a Diet Coke burp or was that a yawn?
That was a ginger ale burp.
Okay, a ginger ale.
Fizzy.
I've been there.
Delicious.
Listen, Stan, I stay in hotels so much that I peeped that you got the Fever Tree ginger ale from the mini bar, and you just
no, well, actually, it was from it is Fever Tree, but it was from room service. So
room service. There you go. See, that's the whole.
Hey, gratis, papi.
Power move.
Before we let you go, historical comp for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Michael Jordan.
I wouldn't say that. Geez.
Clyde Dressler.
I'm not good with the comp.
It's crazy.
Listen, I'll give you one, and it's too old for most people listening. But he's at the game tonight, sitting next to Reggie Miller. Oscar Robertson.
Ooh.
Did all of his work taking people into the paint.
Whoa, that's the highest compliment you can give.
That's your favorite player.
That's your favorite player.
Favorite player of all time. Yep. Right. And I'll give him that as a comp, and I'm probably the only person on here who actually saw him play. So,
Stan, lovely to see you. Always lovely to see you. Thank you for making some late night time for you. And I'm with my father. We do miss your voice on these games. You are exceptional at these broadcasts. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Stan, before you go, say hello to your brother for me, will you?
I will do that, Poppy. He'll be happy to have heard from you.
All right. Say hello
Send him my regards as well. Stan,
yes,
please.
new Knicks coach Jeff Van Gundy is endorsed here by Stan Van Gundy. We all saw what happened there. Let's aggregate that. Stan Van Gundy obviously saying that Jeff Van Gundy should be the next coach of the New York Knicks. Thank you.
You guys are unbelievable.
Thank you, Stan.
Thank you. Wow, thank you.
Good seeing you.
Yo, breaking news from Stan Van Gundy. That's wild.
Before we break, real quick, before we break, hold on. Everybody,
¿Eso fue calzoncillo? ¿Qué le pasó?
Everyone settle down.
Tú lo viste, ¿no?
I haven't been the same since my father made pantalones panties. I haven't.
Those are 2-for-1.
Mike Ryan, can you explain to me before we break here for a second why it is that you are here tonight instead of where it is that you were trying to be, where you had previous plans, but instead you ended up here?
Yeah, I was very excited to come here and be here for this watch party, so I canceled on a 1-year out party that Telemundo was throwing because we've got the Club World Cup here. It's kicking off on Saturday. The World Cup is a year away. Telemundo was hosting a party. Thankfully, I decided to come here because a boat transporting individuals to a Telemundo party celebrating 1 year out from the World Cup was boarded by the Coast Guard. They checked immigration status of all the staff on the boat, and the mayor of Miami-Dade County and FIFA officials were on the boat. So there you go.
We should have asked Stan about that.
Yeah, one thing that we didn't really concentrate on when we mentioned Americans are fine, but they're going to check the papers of everybody going into Hard Rock Stadium on Saturday is how do they determine who's an American in Miami?
Right.
They're just going to look at folks and say, yeah, you check out.
Does your name end in EZ? All right, you're going to go over here on this bus over here.
Te suelto el pelo, te quito la camisa.
We'll be back in moments, and perhaps Mero will smoke, finally, the Halliburton pack.
Be careful, the Coast Guard's right there.
I mean, seriously, get over yourself. We're going to talk during the post game. Tim Reynolds, enough. I mean, enough.
I mean,
seriously.
you just got to know when
You're
the
not allowed to cheer in the press box. Did you know that?
Well, I did.
They were cheering for Will Manso. I think that's allowed.
And Goldie.
If the Dan Le Batard Show comes to a hockey press box, hilarity is going to ensue. They're going to yell at Will Manso for 7 minutes, and you're probably going to have to go to a stairwell to write, man.
If it was 7 minutes, I'd get it.
It
was
is what
7
it is.
seconds.
Exactly. I mean, David, everyone else was saying hi. They were enjoying the show. They were laughing at us. But one guy is still clutching on to his newspaper deadline.
I'm a little
and it's
disappointed.
Tim Reynolds.
And is he your demographics, too?
I don't know.
I happen to like Tim a lot, and
Enough of him.
I imagine this was going to be like E.J. Raddick or something, but that's just a bad look for Tim Reynolds.
Listen,
Yeah,
I went
I'm
up
glad
to
you
him
appreciate that.
afterwards.
This was the best part. Stugotz
Yes.
is like, I've known Tim for years. I'm going to go fix this. He walked to Tim and walked right back very quickly.
Yep.
It was a very quick interaction.
Well, he was writing. Okay?
He's on deadline. It's
Enough of the deadline.
It's a work.
We're on deadline, too. We're on deadline. I gotta get home. I feel like playing off hockey. I got to get home. I mean,
Yeah, we're on deadline, too. We got to get that post game out.
It is a working press box. Tim Reynolds is a journalist who's trying to write, and Stugotz is back there. Hey, Will Manso!
that was Chris and Goldie. Don't leave out Goldie.
We're on deadline, too. They're going to kick us out of that press box a lot sooner than they'll kick out Tim Reynolds, who's just typing away. That's just
Those writers had their game stories done before the end of the
Precisely.
game.
Yeah, a good writer, right.
Oh,
what happened there? I apologize to him. I've known Tim for decades. I mean, Cody was done. He was out of there. I mean, you know.
What was that interaction like, Stugotz? Take us behind the scenes. You walk up to him, you say what, he says what.
I said, Tim, I apologize. That's on me. I should know better. Not Chris, okay? I should know better. I've been in press boxes before. I know you have a deadline. I apologize. And he said, that's fine. Just, try to keep it down.
That is way too long.
That was
Way
much
too
longer
long.
than the actual
He's on
conversation.
deadline.
I always extend it a little bit.
Can
I mean, you guys
can
know
we
that.
call Tim Reynolds and just ask him about what the
Don't,
interaction was
no,
like?
no.
Greg Cody's back in my day. Seeds.
Seeds. Seeds. Had a slice of watermelon lately? Popped a few grapes in your maw? Then you probably notice seeds are disappearing from fruit. And you probably see this as a good thing just because it makes life a little easier. We love us some convenience. In fact, it's a terrible thing, the de-seeding of us. Symbolically alone, the seed is the king of life. Adam gave his to Eve, and here we are, if you believe the story. If they take the seed out of humans the way we have watermelons, we're all dead ducks. Beans, peas, rice, coffee, corn, all seeds. Flour and oil started as seeds. All hail seeds. So what the hell is happening? In exchange for convenience, we are not valuing the seed's impact on health, biodiversity, and our food system. The genetic variability of most plants require seeds as essential to their evolution. De-seeded, artificially homogenized fruits rely on human intervention in the reproductive process, exposing the fruits to many pathogens. Plainly put, seedless fruits are not as good for you. They contain less fiber and have fewer minerals and vitamins than their seeded natural brethren. Seedless fruits also have fewer antioxidants, plant-based nutrients, and anti-inflammatory properties. But enough about this science. Bring back seeds because seeds are fun. Not to mention aesthetically and visually pleasing. Kids growing up today have sliced open a watermelon, have never sliced open a watermelon, and experienced the joy of seeing that juicy red flesh dotted with embedded black seeds. Nellie Doogie used to tell us if we swallowed a watermelon seed, a big melon would grow on our belly. It wasn't true. But as kids would make a competition out of seed spitting. You extracted the big seeds from the melon flesh. Tongue only, never fingers or a utensil, and you'd see who could project a seed the farthest. Every summer we did that. This was before video games, kids. Made our own games and toys. Flew a kite, kicked a can, spit a seed. Grapes were the real challenge because the seeds were so much smaller. We'd both pop a grape in our mouth, tongue moving, jaws in action, and whoever could spit out 3 seeds onto the table the fastest won. To this day, I carve real pumpkins and eschew the free fab foam and plastic fakes, mainly for the treasure trove of seeds inside. Hundreds and hundreds of them waiting to be scraped out, cleaned, and roasted in the oven to become delicious natural snacks. Respect, worship, and bring back the seeds. I need a t-shirt that says convenience is overrated. Insist to your local grocer that you'll take your watermelon seeded, please, and the grapes too. I'm Greg Cody, and that's how it was back in my day.
Journalism is dead.
But journalism, as we know it, as you know it, what you wanted to do when you were a little kid, okay? It has changed. It has. It's changed, okay? You're not wrong. Stephen A. Smith is not wrong. You have to adapt sometimes, okay? Because the game has changed. Your priorities have shifted. No one cares how someone goes and gets the news that they get, as long as the news is accurate, as long as it's coming from a credible place. If it's Woj, if it's Adam Schefter, if it's you, if it's Diana Rossini, if it's Shams, nobody cares. You might care. Greg Cody might care. Stephen A. Smith might care. But you know what? You all sold out. Every single one of you, okay? Stephen A. Smith jumped inside the circus tent. I don't blame him. Why'd he do it? Because he had to do it. Because the game has changed. You jumped inside the circus tent. You did. You did so with me. Think about that. With me and with Greg Cody every Tuesday, okay? And so you have ditched journalism a long, long time ago because why? Survival of the fittest, Dan. You have to change with the times. You have to roll with the changing environment, roll with the changing industry, and that's what you decided to do. That's what Stephen A. decided to do. And for Woj, for guys like him, the game has changed slightly, where he went out and he seeked reports, and he wanted to be the reporter. And you know what? If now he has morphed into a mouthpiece for the Blazers, I'm okay with it. I am good with it. I don't
Survival
care.
of the fattest.
Everyone, exactly. Everyone is selling out to make a buck.
What a terrible timing.
It
by
was
you.
great.
Like that joke.
Hey, just give it up. You all want to be journalists. You're not journalists anymore. None of you. Not a one of you. Sorry.
You didn't even hear the joke. You
Oh,
said
I did. Survival of the fattest. It was great.
It just could have been done after Stugotz stopped talking, Dan.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Shoehorn that
But
in.
I'm okay. I'm okay
You're
with
splitting
it.
hairs.
Right.
Okay.
You adapt, you roll with things, man. That's it. You know, Dan, you started off, you know, if you're a driver, you drove a yellow cab and you were loyal to the yellow cab. You know what? But the game has changed to Uber, to Lyft, to private driving. And you know what? You have to ditch the yellow cab and you have to drive an Uber. Why? Because you'll make more money. Why? Because more people are taking Uber than the dirty yellow cabs. That's why. That's what you do. No one cares about journalism. You know what they care about? Laughing, being entertained. And you do a great job of that. And Stephen A. Smith does a great job of that. No one cares about journalism. People care about smiling. That's it.
You know, this morning I found myself while I was driving Claire to school. I told her, you know, you ask a lot of questions. You should be a journalist. And now here in this conversation, I just, you know what? Don't be a journalist. Like,
exactly.
Do something else.
It's over.
Sad.
You're going to let Stugotz parent your daughter. You think that's a good idea?
You think journalism is a good occupation to choose now?
No, I would not. Listen, not only is it not a good occupation to choose, I have looked around Miami and realized we're the only ones providing the jobs we're presently providing. I heard local TV reporters are making $45,000 a year.
Huh.
I couldn't believe that. That's how bad local television is struggling. That's the place that has arrived. And I told Chris Cody not to get into this business at all because it's terrible.
But Stephen A. Smith is making more money than he's ever made in his entire life. He has more power. He has more of everything than he's ever had in his entire life. You want him to give that up because of journalism? Like, get out of here.
I believe you can do both. You're being very
How?
You're being very absolute about this. First of all, he does. He
Right.
does reporting, does journalism. He is very credible. When he gives information, it's not like Skip Bayless giving information. There is a difference. Skip Bayless also allegedly a journalist, but he's been contaminated by this thing and distorted by it in ways that are even more poisonous because he doesn't do any reporting anymore. Like, he doesn't talk to people in a way that's informed. Stephen A. actually goes to things, has relationships, and certainly when he's talking about basketball, if Stephen A. gives you information that's not opinion, you trust that it's informed.
No doubt. But every time he does that show, Dan, every single episode, his journalistic integrity, it shreds away. Little by little, piece by piece, it just does. He is doing a debate show, debating the most ridiculous topics in the history of sports. Like, it has to affect your credibility.
Stugotz, it has happened
And you sitting next to me does not help. I mean,
or my dad or Cody, because I said to
Cody?
myself, generations of Codys, because I did say to myself, this is one of the things I find funny about Stephen A. and thinking that he and I do the same thing. Because once I got to PTI and it was argument television, I said I'd like to try to do it differently. But I guess that sounds highfalutin. I don't want to do debate shows.
The knuckleball is dead.
The knuckleballer is dead now, correct? Completely dead. There's no one. Is there anyone throwing the knuckleball now?
Someone has to be throwing.
Yeah. I would say Tim Wakefield was
None of
pretty
us
bad.
have one. We're just like, yeah.
No, there has to
There's
be.
got to be. Well, wait a minute. The knuckleballer didn't go extinct without anyone telling us.
As
did
long
it?
as there's breath in my lungs, there's a knuckleballer out there.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at Le Batard Show. As long as there is breath in your lungs, will there be a knuckleballer out there?
There should be more because if you notice, I mean, I don't have any stats to back this, but I don't care. I'm going with it regardless. I would say that the position players that are pitching have a much better ERA than average pitchers do. Because they're all just going out there throwing the ball like 35 miles an hour, and the hitters are so confused that they...
This NBA Finals watch-along is presented by Rémy Martin 1738 Accord Royal Exceptionally Smooth Cognac. For all your game day festivities, please drink responsibly.
How's that treating you, Mike? That smooth.
How's that chicken in your throat?
Whoa. Yeah, that's smooth.
Go not smooth.
Just clear it a little bit. No fine.
Yeah.
Safe space.
I'm going to take a beat before I take another sip because I'm a little grossed out.
We're
By your
doing
throat.
three
Not
shows
by
in
Remy.
24 hours. We're doing 3 shows in 24 hours.
Dan just shoveled 14 chicken wings down.
I do need sustenance.
He bodied those chicken wings.
423, 422,
I was like,
421,
if there was any
420.
doubt of his Latinidad,
Wow, that's a good word.
it has been proven
Latinidad.
right now because he stripped that
I
chicken
want
wing
10
down.
more. I want 10 more chicken wings.
Poppy
right
just ate
now.
him. Sorry.
This is a great game. This is fun to watch. I'm hoping for an exciting ending. We're going to give us something in the 120s. I'm also starting to slur my words.
From the chicken wings.
Yeah.
I'm drunk on chicken wings.
Meat
That
sweats.
is absolutely right. At Le Batard Show, put it on the poll.
Got that Fogo buzz.
Have you ever been drunk on chicken wings? No, Texas de Brazil is the meat
Ooh,
sweats. Texas de Brazil.
TDP.
David Sampson is with us. Thank you for the Poppy Cam that has him again in the eating area and just crushing the trail mix.
Oh, he's a big fan of the trail
Oh
mix.
my God, does he
he's
crush
With
it?
that barbecue out there, who
I know.
would go for
It's that
the
he's
trail
eaten all the
mix?
barbecue already. He's like, I need something to
Yes.
change the palate up.
David Sampson is with us now, and let's check out some of his Spanish here. David, which of these are you most embarrassed by? Are you most? That is tits.
Tetas.
That, of course, is tits. Tetas.
A Gaia Vera.
The Gaia Vera. That
Gaia
guy
Vera.
named Vera. And also,
Correcta.
yes, the croqueta here.
Correcta.
So, David, which of these are you most embarrassed by?
It's a tie for first. Let's face it. I only lived in Miami for 18 years. What is it that you are expecting from me? It's an outrage. I'm embarrassed, and I just like saying tetas. I enjoy it. I thought it was a crocetta, but I never
Crocetta.
ate them because it's all pork forward, and
Crocetta
it was
stone.
fried. Is it a croqueta?
There you go.
Correct. Whatever. It's all good.
I saw you matted that hair down. I'm proud of you.
Crow Beta is nuts.
It's just I'm in tomorrow's clothes. I'm ready. I'm getting ready for tomorrow morning show. So this is tomorrow's outfit today. The hair, it'll be back up where it'll be Cameron Diaz style. A Gaia Vera.
Tomorrow's closed today, but it's today, not tomorrow. So you're just gonna be in
You
them
shifted
all
the
day?
paradigm. His day is 3 hours a day.
His day already started.
I'm
kicking
not
your
crazy.
ass.
You're
I'm
crazy for
kicking your
doing
ass.
it like a caveman 1,000 years ago.
It's a ready tomorrow yesterday.
Damn, that was a bar.
Yo.
I would. That would.
He's playing 4D
You high
chess.
enough for that yet?
They just told him he couldn't smoke the Halliburton pack
Who
in
said
here.
that?
I wouldn't-
DGQ, don't
It's
listen to this.
Carl.
dangerous. No,
Oh,
it's actually
Carl.
danger. I believe Carl. Carl looks like a responsible guy.
Yeah, it would set off the fire alarm that nobody pays attention to in here.
Ah, true.
I think he should be allowed to smoke the Halliburton pack.
Indulge.
Halliburton presently leading all scorers with 19 points. He also has 8 assists and 5 rebounds. So he's been the best player on the floor tonight.
Leading all scorers with 19?
Juju, Is this
He
a
listened
big
to the
moment?
show.
Is this a big
Right.
moment?
He listened to the show today.
Yeah, he answered Juju's call.
Way to motivate the man.
Yep. Also, Sean Berner from Twitter says Ben Shepherd looks like a lost DeBarge brother.
Ain't
Back
that
to
the
you
truth?
guys.
That's a
such the
great
truth.
one.
That is excellent. I've never seen an NBA basketball player who looks more like he's from the Roaring '20s and some sort of black and white film.
Yo, he was like a chalky white henchman on Boardwalk Empire.
Yes.
All right, hold on.
Yes,
I'm gonna
that's so good.
I'm gonna put together a list because Doug Chrissie's on that.
He might not even
yeah.
be the best on his own team with T.J. McConnell there.
He's a Peaky Blinder, though.
He is a Peaky Blinder.
that's fair.
That's
No, you're
what
right.
I was
He's a
gonna
Peaky
guess.
Blinder.
Yes, a little more Peaky Blinder than anything
Takes
else.
off a newsboy hat with a razor in it.
100%
On a jump stop.
Yo, that is an insane mustache for an NBA player, dog. I don't know. Is it like ironic?
It has to be, doesn't it? It has to be.
There's got to be something crazy.
He
going on
looks
under his
like
nose.
no other player in the NBA. He must know he looks like no other player in the NBA.
He looks like Reggie Theus.
No, Reggie Theus was a sex symbol. No, wait a minute. Reggie Theus had those lagoons for eyes. Like Reggie Theus was somebody that was in posters as Beefcake.
Yeah, that's
If you do a side by side of Shepard and Reggie Lewis, you may not be able to tell the difference as
Reggie
long as their
Theus.
shirts are on.
Reggie
Theus.
Reggie
Excuse
Lewis.
me. Wow. Too many cocktails.
Really? You had too many cocktails tonight? What happened?
0.
Okay. What happened?
I went to a dinner at a supper club tonight, and I was surrounded by stuffy people, but I did not have a cocktail.
A supper club?
Hence the jacket. Dan.
A supper club? A supper club?
Yo, that's wild. I thought that was a place. I didn't know there was multiple supper clubs.
What is a supper club? Other than a place you have supper.
Is that like your nana's house?
Who's
Like,
calling it supper
Is it a
anymore?
restaurant? Like, what is it?
What is a supper club?
You have to be a member. It's a club on the Upper East Side, and I'm not a member. Hold on.
What is it plus one?
I was invited. I would not have gotten in. You have to be. I think you have to be someone who's not me to be accepted into this place. But you go, and there's a menu, but there's no checks. There's no phones. You're not allowed to have a phone. And there's all these stars everywhere. I had dinner next to Candace Bergen, but I'm not allowed to say that I had dinner next to Candace Bergen because for whatever reason, it's private.
Who's that?
Murphy
What
Brown.
the hell's that?
Who's that?
He's a millennial, bro. He's Gen Z.
33 years old. I don't
Who's
know.
that?
Gen Z.
Who's Murphy Brown?
Murphy Brown, okay? Yeah, I'm 42. That's how I
And
know
that lighting
Murphy
and
Brown.
that oil is doing a lot of work for Reggie. Conditioning programs were different back then.
Yeah, they were.
Right. Soul Glow, too.
Yeah.
Let your soul glow.
I can't do
You
better
still
than Doug
think
Christie.
Reggie Theus doesn't look like Shepard, even in that photo?
He's got a mustache, but Shepard's not giving off sex symbols.
I see what he's talking
Reggie
about.
Theus is oily. Look, man, Reggie Theus was somebody who everyone was craving when he was doing shirtless posters with those lagoons for eyes.
Very handsome man.
If you
They didn't
took
like them
Ben
eyes.
Shepard's shirt off and oiled him, he would have that body.
no, I would
Players
not.
have
No,
bodies
no.
you don't realize.
I do realize
I'm with
it.
David. If you oiled up Shepard, you'd
what are
see
you
that.
doing?
That's a crazy one.
What are we doing? Why are we oiling up Shepard?
What was that line from David again?
It's a 1-point game at the end.
Players
of the
have what?
Yes. He's saying that if we oiled up Shepard, we would also get beef.
And I agree with him.
I don't agree with him.
I'm saying players have better bodies than you think, and they hide them under uniforms. One of the best bodies of any player ever had was a player you wouldn't expect.
Go on.
A guy named Juan Pierre, who was absolutely ripped.
That's not
and
surprising.
You put oil on Juan Pierre, and you got yourself something to look at.
Top 5 Marlins, if you put. Let's go.
That's insane.
Top 5 Marlins, that if you put oil on them, it'd be something to look at.
He also looks like he's from the Roaring 20s, too.
Chalky White associate.
All right,
Juan Pierre.
David. Number 5, Marlins, you can put oil on and they'd look good.
Who's doing the list? You want
David.
Samson to do
David,
it?
yeah.
Top 5
All right,
oil
David.
He's
Marlins.
seen him, Dan. He's
All
seen
right,
him all naked,
David,
probably.
we
I don't
got to
know.
hurry up and get you out of here. So put a top 5 list together of top 5 oiled Marlins. Are you ready? Number 5.
Jay Miller. Google it.
Yes. Love it.
Dude, he was a stud.
Number 4 on the horny list. Just a horny list of Marlins with their shirt off, oiled up. Number 4.
Joe Borowski.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Everyone
That
knows
is a
this.
great
No.
one.
Real Hoopers know.
Can
Jobo.
I get an eye, man?
Jobo.
Number 3.
Not Mike Lowell.
What are you doing to Mike Lowell?
Hairy chest.
Yeah, the hairy chest.
Hairy chest.
That's good. I like that.
That's wrong.
He was beefy, like soft, but I love you. I love you,
love
Mike,
it. I
but
like
you know you were soft.
No, but number 2.
That's what.
It's
It's
the
my
opposite
list.
of. I know, but it's
his
the
list.
opposite.
He was
of
just
the list.
into it.
He's right.
He
It's
was
his
just
list.
into it.
No, he's into it, but you can't put oil on a hairy soft guy.
Yeah.
Don't knock
By
it.
the way,
do
that's
it.
half the movies I watch.
Don't knock it.
Somebody's gonna clip that and isolate it. And it's
What do you
gonna
mean those are
haunt
movies
forever.
you watch? What
Don't
does that
knock
mean?
it till you try.
You
it.
can't put oil on a soft, hairy guy.
Nice little run from OKC. 89-84 at the end of the
Yeah.
Number 2, Mike Lowell is bullshit on your list.
It said not Mike Lowell.
It's the not Mike
I
Lowell
said
list.
not.
No, it's just nonsense.
His list.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2.
I'm totally distracted by your unrelenting criticism of my top 5.
But I mean, Mike Lowell is the opposite of the list you're making. It's the opposite.
Mike Lowell is my
That's why I
landscaper.
said not.
I'm with David on this, Dan.
You're lucky I didn't put him at number 1.
Number 2.
Juan Pierre. He's not number 1, but he is number 2.
Stanton's
Excited.
number
Yeah, I
1.
mean, Stanton.
All right,
That's
Stanton's
obviously
number 1.
Stanton.
We all know that Stanton's number 1. Thank you. Good job. Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh,
Giancarlo.
Yeah.
Statuesque. Beautiful, predictable.
It's-
I know.
Remember when he was in the body issue? I do.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Body painted.
That was wild.
Wasn't
A
CC
little
in the-
nugget about my number 1 is that Giancarlo Stanton signed the cover of Sports Illustrated to me, and what he said was, "Dear David, I know you wish you had put the paint on my body. Love, Giancarlo."
And that concludes the horniest segment we have had regarding the Marlins. David Sampson, congratulations, David. Nothing personal in the morning.
Tatas.
7 a.m. Hang out in the chat and interact with the chatters, David. They like when you're in there being excluded from the party by yourself, complaining about everything. Nice seeing you, sir.
Tatas.
Big D.
Oh, see
Freak
you.
bull.
That's Prince Fielder. That's not Giancarlo.
Freak bull is crazy. He's a freak
The
bull.
Nick Medina from Twitter says, "This live pod is great. Please tell Kid Mero he's absolutely hilarious. I'm a Puerto Rican that can't speak Spanish at 46. Ask him, is it too late for me to learn?"
Yo, listen, Papi, you one of the Yo No Sabo kids? It's okay. Duolingo's right there for you. You know what I'm saying? And they do dialects now. Like, it's advanced. It's not. They're not gonna teach you vosotros no more.
We don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that no more. They're not teaching you Spanish 1. You know what I mean? You could do Duolingo. It's not too late, Pa. You could do it. You know what I'm
Jeremy,
saying?
can you give us an update on this game that we're sort of half watching?
So 21 points for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Right through.
Go.
21 points for him,
MVP.
and you have 19 points for Tyrese Halliburton.
Ooh.
8 assists for Halliburton, so he's out dueling Shea on that side. But Shea was just a big part of a run at the end of the third quarter to give Oklahoma City a 5-point lead. So that's what we have right now. 5-point lead for Oklahoma City going into the fourth.
Thank you, Jeremy.
You guys would agree that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is a bit of a strange player in that he will be wildly impressive, score however it is that he wants, and he will always end up around 30 points. And I believe because they win with defense that he will never get the acknowledgement he deserves even as MVP of the league because his style of play doesn't necessarily excite us the way that like we're used to being excited by best scorer in the NBA type guys, like even Tracy McGrady type guys.
Is it time to have a conversation about SGA and like projecting forward into his career? He's about to be, if he wins Finals MVP and they win the championship.
There will be no other Finals MVP.
Correct.
There's not another possible Finals MVP.
We're not
if
getting a
OKC
Caruso Finals
No, but I'm
MVP,
saying
no.
if OKC wins the championship, there is no other Finals MVP.
He would join 10 players in NBA history to have an MVP regular season, a Finals MVP in the same season. Willis Reed, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaq, Tim Duncan, and LeBron.
Don't you guys just
And he's 26.
expect Indiana to get strangled here in the fourth quarter because that's what OKC does?
I hope so.
No, it's been a close game.
I hope so.
And Matherin just hit an and one with 11:23 to play.
Is Matherin good?
Yeah.
Nah.
Also,
He has 19 points tonight.
He's fake good.
a big part of me is rooting for OKC to lose this because everybody made me feel bad for not watching regular season NBA. And they were just so like, this is just a foregone conclusion. OKC's going to win this. And I would really love Indiana to make those people feel stupid. I'm just talking directly to Mike Schur.
Historically good basketball team not winning the title.
This is what they do. They strangle folks. Okay, well, they're making shots, so cool.
What's going on?
Well,
I guess you don't know ball.
If Matherin's going to be 7 for 9 for 20 points in 17 minutes,
he does this all the time.
Dude,
is he good? Is he not good?
Good offense always beats good defense.
He's fake
always.
Yeah. If they can get anything from Thomas Bryant, I promise they'll win this game.
T-Beezy.
He's sitting on 0 right now.
You know he's got a corner 3 in him, Drew. He's got a corner 3 in him for sure.
Yeah.
And Papa's got a little prop on him.
Hey.
I'm going for the Pacers. Who am I? What is this?
Nah, I'm not.
put it on the poll, please, at Le Batard Show. Does Thomas Bryant have a corner 3 in him? What is the prop? What are the props you have, Juju?
Okay, right now I have already hit on Pascal Siakam 5.5 free throws attempted. I've also already hit Paige Becker's over 10.5 points. She going crazy right now. Neither here nor there.
Paige buckets.
Right. TJ McConnell 6.5 points. I got Chet Holmgren making one more free field goal, but I also have him not getting any more rebounds. No more rebounds from Chet Holmgren, please.
That's
Lord.
not looking good.
This is a good basketball game, folks.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Right, it is.
It's been tight the whole time.
Mather with another one.
Yep.
I used to lie to my girls and say that. OKC's gonna. I think they're gonna pull this out. Unlike me.
A lot of your girls say that too.
I'm
just one.
I'm just sitting here expecting OKC to win the end of this game. You guys,
we're loud and clear on that. This is what they do. They strangle. They're going to blow everybody out. I want to see some shots being made in the face of good defense in front of a home crowd. This series is already way better than you experts have led me to believe that have watched the entire regular season. I tangentially followed the NBA regular season, and I noticed OKC beat the shit out of people more often than I'd ever recognize. I checked the box score. They're always winning by 35 points. So already Indiana's surpassed expectations so far in this series.
Just by hanging in.
Recalibrating with Indiana when you just look at them during this calendar year, right? Since January 1st, we've talked about it a bunch of times on the show that they were just simply one of the best teams in the league in terms of point differential, in terms of record. They were a team to come out of the East that made a lot of sense to be here. And watching their offense do what it's done just to even stay in this, the fact that it's 1-1 against a team like Oklahoma City, it's not that different than the Cavs against the Warriors as a giant underdog, one of the best teams of all time. They were on another level from this Oklahoma City team, but you have an MVP point guard that's playing to the highest standard in these finals. He's still playing really, really well. He's not going anywhere. You're just looking at an Indiana team that is playing unbelievable basketball. It's sort of as if those Steve Nash Sun teams actually made a finals run. Like, that's how special this team is.
And it's always one guy on the Pacers to do a good thing and have a big game, right? It's usually Pascal Siakam with like a 39-point game. You're like, where the hell did that come from? He shot like 4 times. How did he have 39 points? And Benedict Mathurin has those games where all of a sudden he plays 12 minutes, scores 21 points. You're like, if he doesn't score, if scores half, they lose by 20.
The Pacers had 17 points in the paint in all of Game 1, 17 in the paint in Game 2. They've got 14 through Game 3.
I was hoping it was 38 in Game 3.
17.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look
Shout
at
out
that.
Rémy.
As I told y'all, Halliburton's a bum.
Part of what makes that Oklahoma City defense so special, though, is the fact that they can switch onto anyone, and the reason that's so effective is so many teams play without a true point guard. So you're trying to move the ball around and take advantage of mismatches because you don't have someone that's necessarily generating your offense all the time. But that's what Tyrese Halliburton has done to sort of neutralize how great that defense is he's the table setter no matter what the matchup is, so they can have movement off the ball and he can set guys up on cuts, on corner threes. it's the antidote to the type of defense that Oklahoma City plays that has worked against the model for just about every other team in the league.
Juju, you were asking
You
for
making too much sense, man. I don't like that.
you were asking for this game from Halliburton, and I was saying earlier in the day today, as part of our 3 shows in 24 hours, that OKC will keep great offensive players from being great. That's sort of why it is that I believe they're going to win the championship. But Halliburton is doing what you requested of him today. He's being not only aggressive but efficient offensively, and he's controlling a game against OKC that I don't expect anybody to be able to control.
Right. He doing literally exactly what I said he wasn't doing. So that's why I wore his jersey tonight. I'm like, look, I want you to do something, but I want you to lose as well. But he's proving me 100% wrong. I just didn't want him to be the reason they lost, because he's a superstar and people giving him that attention right now. But neither here nor there. Padlock Lewis from YouTube says, why is Juju at a swap meet right now? Ain't that a hold on, bro.
How'd that one slip through?
Back to you, Dan.
The Ronaldo on Nasir.
It's very funny, Luis.
Are you going to smoke that Halliburton pack at any point, or are you just going to just leave it there?
I'm gonna let it cure.
Okay, you're gonna
Benedict
marinate it.
Sounds like a revolutionary sergeant or some shit.
I'm not gonna lie, when I heard that name, I was like, "What? That's a name?"
Was he in the Civil War?
It does seem like he would be, but he wouldn't be top rank. It would just be sort of
Staff Sergeant Matherin,
3rd or 4th in charge, like a
Matherin.
That's right, Benedict.
Private Matherin. Fucking Private Matherin again.
It's not giving you 20 points in 17 minutes in an NBA game.
No way. He's fucking up the laundry.
You know, Rémy Martin has 0 carbs. Really? 0 carbs.
That's fire.
Yeah. And after 2 cups, I'm already Googling the difference between a centaur and a minotaur.
There you go.
And this NBA Finals watch-along is presented by Rémy Martin. 1738 Accord Royal, exceptionally smooth cognac. For all your game day festivities, please drink responsibly.
Yeah, baby. Juju, I believe your Thomas Bryant bet is in jeopardy given that there are 9 minutes left, and I don't expect to see any more Thomas Bryant.
Yeah. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Love Thomas Bryant.
Dan, it looks like OKC's starting to strangle.
This is how they do this, and I would love right now. What I am rooting for is for basketball to be interesting the rest of the season, which can only happen if Indiana wins this game. If Indiana does not win this game, I don't believe the basketball season will remain interesting. I believe that from here on, Indiana will only trail.
SGA just checked in. OKC did a great job so far with him on the bench.
So they've kept a 4-point lead, and now it's just McConnell and Topping, and
That's wild for you to say, Dan. You're usually the last, it's not over. It's not over. Like, they would have a game 4 at home to tie it up.
Bro, they just had Obi Toppin dribbling the ball at the top of the key.
If they lose this game, they still have a game 4 to tie it up.
I mean, it's a 1-possession game right now.
Oh, that was nice there. That's TJ
That's why I
McConnell.
hate
Did you
him.
see what TJ McConnell just did?
And we're tied. We're tied.
That is asinine. What TJ McConnell just stole an inbound pass and laid it in.
That's what he does. And he also looks like he's from the Roaring 20s.
Come on.
Who else in the NBA looks like they're from the Roaring 20s?
Currently, it's hard.
Harrison Barnes, also a lackey in the Chalky White gang.
Yeah, it's a goatee.
Yeah.
I can put Caruso in the Roaring 20s.
Caruso also
Caruso
Peaky
strong.
Blinder. Peaky Blinder.
Not many people just rocking the hard goatee these days.
Caruso is absolutely vigorously defending prohibition as a police officer.
Oh, well, you have him on the other side.
So is Nembhard. If you give Nembhard like a regular haircut, just look at him. He got the little mustache, like a little Charlie Chaplin mustache.
Yeah, Chaplin's a safe one.
It is the safer one.
Remember that Hanes commercial when Jordan had the Charlie Chaplin?
The Charlie Chaplin? Yeah.
Bacon collar was.
It was such a strange choice from Michael Jordan to go Hitler mustache.
Whoa, Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie
Chaplin.
The crazy part about that is that nobody said shit to him.
That's the problem.
Well, you can't say anything
when you're Michael Jordan and you're like, I don't like Charles. He talks shit about me. Let me just cut him out. Only yes men. You need Charles around to be like, you sure you want that?
That's a dumbass mustache.
Michael, Michael, that mustache look dumb as hell.
The word
Michael,
Hitler
you look
would
like
come
a
out in the
hateful
first
person
5
with
seconds.
that mustache on, Michael. Michael, you look hateful. You look like you're full of hateful. Michael, you look anti-Semitic with that mustache. Yo! Whoa!
Wow, and this is happening with Halliburton on the bench. Indy's making this run with Halliburton on the bench right now. 98-96, 7:50 on our clock.
Come on.
Right.
It's Lou Dort time.
Matherin has got 25 points in 21 minutes. I'm going to have to explain to people how one of the best historic defenses of all time couldn't handle Benedict.
Matherin.
Well, you don't pay attention to the regular season. You got 7 individual games where Matherin can just pop off.
They're gonna think they're talking about some battle that nobody remembers it from World War I.
The Battle of Matherin.
The battle of the loose wagon. We have at 98-98. We have the possibility. You guys now have to actively
There's that Holmgren,
root for the Pacers. We've got to start rooting for the Pacers.
I'm just actively rooting for not overtime.
I just want Mike Schur to shut up.
Chris is on the rose tip.
Hey,
He's just trying to go home.
Hey, what are you, Rick Bucher in 2012?
The amazing part about this is Halliburton's
a layered
controlling the
joke.
game that way, but he's -8 while TJ McConnell is +12 in his 14 minutes. So his impact playing the point guard position has been huge.
Why is listen, this is a hot take. Why is the scrappy white guy always like +48?
Who, Jeremy? Oh.
Like, you know what I mean?
Secret sauce,
It's
pal.
a secret sauce.
Secret sauce.
Is he a gym
That
rat?
secret be saucy.
Yes, he is. How'd you know?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You think? Deceptive speed. Plays the game the right way.
First guy in, last guy out.
Come on now.
Speaking of that mustache.
Put some jumpers after a loss.
Shooter!
You guys say that, but the sauciest of secret sauces just had an inbound pass he stole to tie the game with a layup when he should be the last person on the court doing that.
This is a good series for the secret
But that's
sauce.
what he does. He does shit like that. Like he does stuff that I told my kids like when I'm coaching like baseball, football, whatever. Like remember that play when A-Rod played up like a pop up and they were playing the Blue Jays and he was rounding second and he just yelled, "I got it!"
No, didn't he go ha? Didn't he like?
That's what he said he did.
Ha.
He said ha, but he said I got it, like loud, clear as day. Because I saw the game live, and I was like, "That's how you do it." Because I knew he said it. Then he dropped the ball, and I was like, "That's gamesmanship." You know what I'm saying? That's not cheating. That's gamesmanship.
That's what Melo be doing.
Dude,
I got it.
Indiana's getting away with some pretty stupid ball movement.
Tyrese Halliburton, 640.
He just checked back in the game and hit a huge shot. Juju, way to motivate Tyrese Halliburton.
Wow.
I'm here.
Look at
Reggie Miller is clapping.
Reggie Miller is the joker of the game right now. He got his Mark Jackson jersey tucked in his belt, only in the front.
That's nuts.
What are
bro.
you doing, bro?
He's showing off that Gucci belt. What are you talking about?
Not the Gucci belt. Is that what he's doing? Because
It has to be.
He's looking like he's dressed like he
better
worked for Merrill
He's
Lynch.
got that LV.
We have to root for Indiana here.
He wants
correct?
to show his belly button tattoo.
100%.
They win.
Yes, this going 6 is already defying expectations, right? I mean, you're going to get a Game 6 of consequence, as all Game 6s are, and it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, we should all be rooting for Indiana because this series is already way better than what the people who know ball and have followed it have suggested it would be. This is great.
The thing that's been fun is like watching these teams play well in the postseason to get here, right? Like because if you followed this entire postseason, you watched Indiana turn into something here. It wasn't like they pulled off these upsets where things went remarkably wrong for the other team. They just crushed them. And I know that there were injuries for Cleveland, and that was fortunate. Every team that makes a run has their teams that come up with injuries in front of them. But this is even different than like what the Heat did, right? Like this is a different level of dominance to get there from a lower seed. With the Heat, there was a crazy upset and then playing a Knicks team that wasn't quite seasoned yet and ready to go, and then going up against the Celtics, who you already had their number and had played before. This is a totally different thing. An Indiana team that has dominated every team that's been in front of them, and they've shown you why now they're that caliber of team that could potentially upset one of the greatest regular season teams we've ever seen. And if you watched this whole season unfold, you never would have predicted that this would have been the team to do it as you watched Oklahoma City become this complete package.
It's true.
Yep.
I mean, but listen, everybody. Let's be real. Everybody wants to see Knicks Wolves in the finals. That would have fed families. If David Stern was alive, that's what we'd be watching right now.
Put it on the poll. Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. If David Stern were alive, is Knicks Timberwolves what we would be watching right now?
For sure.
We will put that on the poll, Dan.
Look, I've been drinking, and I'm drunk off the
He's
chicken
drinking.
wings. I'm drunk off the chicken wings, and I'm getting secondary smoke from the Halliburton pack.
Halliburton smoking on Juju Pat tonight. Boy,
You and me. You got Halliburton, I got Marchand.
What kind of numbers does he have, Jeremy? What's the Halliburton stat line on? Because I think my analysis before this game was OKC is better at defense than he is at offense.
22, 8, and 6 on 9 of 14 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3, including the 3 that just forced a timeout with 6:40 to go as they took a 3-point lead.
As a show, we're rooting for Indiana, but are we also rooting for dramatics where Halliburton wins it? You don't want Siakam to win it. You want
anybody in yellow to win it is good.
Anyone in regulation.
You're right.
Thomas Bryant.
Corner three.
I'll take a Shea game winner just because I want to see that legend grow here, right? Like, Tony, you were saying, there's only so many guys.
Look at Halliburton's pop speed. That's the other reason they're going to lose. Because he looks like my uncle. Like drunk. Like at my Little League team, the game and shit. Like, yo,
John Halliburton.
What a great time.
Papi. Hey, attaboy. Attaboy. Ese es mío.
Halliburton dad look like he know his way around a carburetor.
Yo, what? Halliburton's pops will fix your whole. You could bring him an 89 Tercel, and he'll have that shit running like a Bugatti.
624,
with a menthol sticking out the whole time.
Juju, you've been paying closer attention to this game. Oh, a turnover right now as Indiana gets the ball up 3. How is Halliburton doing this? Obviously, the first 2 games, I know he hit the game winner in game 1, but he had difficulty going up against this really impressive Oklahoma City defense. What is he doing here in game 3 that's different? Is it just as simple as he's making the shots?
I think he's just choosing to be more aggressive instead of choosing to get his teammates involved. I think he takes the first couple of quarters off to get everybody else going. But tonight, I guess he's been hearing the chatter. People were saying his ankle is a little hurt. So he's just going straight to the basket. He's making sure that he gets 2 feet in the paint before he makes the decision. And I think that's the most dangerous Halliburton because he can pass out or take you with that floater.
I will tell you guys that I am surprised that OKC now has 18 turnovers again. It's so weird to watch this team play 2 of the 3 games where they're sloppy with the basketball. This team has been better than any I've ever seen at causing turnovers and not having any of their own turnovers. It's the reason that they're a special team. The idea that they'd have 18 turnovers in the middle of the fourth quarter is just very out of character.
It's not. Yeah, it is. And listen. It's everybody has a hiccup. I think this is a 2-minute hiccup that they're having, and it's fine because they're gonna make a run right now. 5 minutes. And they're going to bury the Pacers, bro. That's what's going to happen.
This is historically in the NBA, what should happen here is OKC does something to win by 1, 2, or 3 at the end of the game. They just figure out how to win a game with free throws, with something, because Indiana misses threes or something. And what is that? Misses. We got
fouled on the floor, but you'd like to see him take that shot, right?
Long shot, long rebound. Halliburton picked up his own rebound. This is crazy.
You got to chase your shot. That's what I tell the
kids
in the gym. Chase your shot, you bozo. 5 passes before you put a shot up. Stop playing with me.
You guys know if you are talking to any of your NBA deals, what they would tell you right now, last 5 minutes of a game is when all NBA games are decided, and this is when the best team ends up winning the game.
Yep.
I'm going to sit here, and I'm not going to watch a bunch of Pacers make
Andrew Nembhard.
Nembhard just hit a nice shot.
Mid-range jumpers.
Nembhard's
105, 100, 442, 441, 440.
Oh, here we go, Splash.
Is that Lou Dort? I don't trust him at all from out there.
Why Lou? Why was that Lou? Who was there? Let's rotate. Better.
430, 429, 428.
Oh
my.
He can do
Juju
that.
a couple seconds ahead.
Mike,
He can
sell
do that.
it.
That's what Obi Toppin does. That's
Now's
why
the time to pounce.
That's
You
why
want
he's a
Mike's
Knicks
Obi
legend.
Toppin.
416, 415, 414.
I've been reached out to a lot for this Obi Toppin Top Shot. I don't even know how to transfer this damn.
Big block by Obi Toppin.
I'm pretty sure I'm involved in a class action lawsuit right now. I don't know if my assets are frozen.
It's like crypto where if you forget the password, you just fucked.
Yeah.
I know anybody can score fast in today's NBA, but if you make that shot, you're going to make it very difficult up 9 or 10 with 3.5 minutes left for even a team that's better than you to come back.
Mind you, it was 98-98 when Halliburton came back in with 6:50 to go.
Swarming defense.
And it's 17:38 right now.
17:38.
What's up? Hello.
Chet Holmgren looks like a cartoon, dog.
He's got to put some
How did he put his
some
hands,
weight on.
How did he put his hands on his back like that?
Yo,
That
he
was
put his
wild.
hands on his shoulder blades. How do you do that? How do you physically put your hands on your shoulder blades, bro? That is wild.
He low-key got the abuela hairstyle too. It's kind of like
he do.
foofy QVC style.
He do. He got the that's a Cuban Titi flow to the fullest. I seen that 16 times when I came out the hotel. In CVS arguing.
I do believe that you've got this right, that Chet Holmgren is so double jointed that he can put the hands on the back of the shoulder blades in a way that's strange. It's strange to him. He introduces himself instead of by position. Chet Holmgren introduces himself as, my position is athlete. And it's just funny, someone who looks like that to
get out of here, guys.
Athlete just got bodied by Miles Turner in the post. Give me a break.
Athlete, bro, you're not listen. Athlete means like I could play anything, like ATH. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be a middle linebacker. I could be a first baseman. I could be a power forward. Chet Holmgren is getting blown up running a shallow cross.
You know what Dale Davis would do to Chet Holmgren?
Attaboy.
Dale Davis would put one hip in him. And he's
chicken wing in his chest.
He's in the third row.
All right. Is Chet Holmgren getting annihilated on a shallow cross? Put it on the pole.
Split him in half.
He's getting blown up, bro. He is, exactly. Like one half of his body's going this way, the other half is going on the other hash mark.
Poppy, what are you rooting for now? I thought you had been told goodbye. I thought you were leaving. I thought that you were, and then I saw you stumble in. You came in with your back kind of hurting. You smelled like chicken wings and trail mix. Like I'm surprised.
I was shaking. I was chasing the chicken wings, and all of a sudden, they told me you got to get back into the rat race. I said, okay, I'll be there.
They made you work again instead of just eating chicken wings and trail mix all the time. Yes.
Pacers up 23-11 in the fourth quarter.
How are you rooting here, Poppy? What are you rooting
I'm
at?
surprised with the Pacers. I wasn't expecting the Pacers to perform so well. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened to OKC. What's going on?
It's a good question, Poppy. I believe we'll be analyzing it in coming days.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They were supposed to be the best defensive team in the NBA. They were supposed to, I don't know. I think that they're choking. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Choklahoma City.
Choklahoma City. That's right. I don't know.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I mean,
MVP. Bunny slash.
It is annoying
Bit
to
of a
just
travel
get
there.
mid-range jumper
To
to death.
Midi to death. Yo, listen.
Paper cuts.
That's one of the things that pissed me off about Mikal Bridges is that Mikal Bridges would have a wide open lane, nobody there, and he would pull up and shoot a midi.
Loves the 14-footer.
Instead of dunking the shit or laying it up.
He loves the midi, but from like the angle. Like
Weird.
he'll go around the basket, turn around, and then shoot it. And you're like, bro,
a fall away.
kick it back out on the baseline.
Pissing me off.
This is going to be fun to watch here, Poppy. You're rooting for Indiana, Poppy? You got Indiana?
I always root for the underdog.
I thought he was going to say, I always root for Indiana. It's a life
Ooh, that's a big shot.
Neesmith.
That's a big.
110, 102, 255, 54, 53,
Tick,
52.
tick. Don't stop clock.
SJ going to draw a foul here.
Jalen Williams going to one-on-one turnover in the paint.
If they score here.
The ball mama.
Big pocket. Good foul.
Hit the white guy's way. Hit the white guy's way.
Oh, the white guy. Hold on a second.
Caruso.
It's good foul. Right there. Good hard basketball.
It was a strong foul, yeah.
Good hard basketball.
That's what they teach you. Don't let them put it up for an easy and one.
Don't try to injure him. Don't go for the head.
Tony, you don't have him outside a place in the Prohibition era behind one of the big block
Yeah, he's a copper.
police cars.
Yeah, he's a copper. He's a
Behind
copper.
one of the doors, making sure that no more moonshine goes
Yeah.
into that building.
Yeah, the Peaky Blinders are going in the front door, and he's going in the back. Like, where are they?
Where?
Right.
With the big old
and
the
Julian
big old-
Strother is on the dance floor.
This is clearly 2 shots. I just saw that they might be looking at this.
That's got to be a flagrant foul.
No, that's just
Yeah.
a hard
Nah,
foul. He
that's
goes
a
for
hard foul.
he goes for his shooting arms.
Brought to you from the guy who said,
Cookies.
take a
That was
look
a
at
hard
that in
foul
hockey. Give me a break.
That was just a hard foul.
He
Yeah, that was a good
Gave him a
foul.
little honk there on the bottom there, too. I didn't like that. I don't know that. What was the honk?
What did he
you
do?
tell
What-
me.
What do you mean there was a honk?
He got
at
the
bottom
arms,
there?
but then all of a sudden there was a
I
honk.
did
I was like,
see
"Whoa."
a honk.
You saw the
There was
honk,
a
right,
honk.
Jew? Okay, making
There was
sure.
a honk.
A bit of a honk.
Check the undercarriage. Before you do one of these.
Wait a minute.
They're reviewing the honk. That's
Yeah,
what it
that's
is.
what
That
they're
was
doing.
not a honk.
Yeah, honk. They honked him.
Wait a minute. Mero's out here doing some sort of ultrasound on testicular cancer. Like,
That's what he did. But at game speed, you don't see him go like that.
That's the thing. It's too fast.
See? You see?
oh, look.
It's
It's
a
look
Steve
at me,
Javy.
referee Steve Javy.
bang, bang, play.
Oh, I think that he flopped.
They tried to Steve Javy.
Flop on the honk.
I
Wow.
think he flopped.
Here you go, Dan. Here you go. So he hits him in the shoulders. Here you go. Boom. All right, we're coming around now. Boom! There's definitely a
That's a
honk.
flop.
That's a
That's a
flagrant
flop.
one on
That's
the
a
honk.
flop.
Bobby,
That's a flop.
That's not a
That's
flop.
That's a
That's
flop.
not-
That's a flop.
Oh, come on, I said. Yo, he grabbed his croquet.
That was a quick whistle.
Bobby, that doesn't make any sense as analysis. That's a flop.
That's a
No,
flop.
that's not.
That's crazy.
Dad, what?
Bro.
Wait a second. He honked?
He honked.
He honked?
We're reviewing the honk. Flagrant one.
Bro.
Honk.
He gave him a prostate exam real quick.
It's a fix.
That's wild.
Oh, it's a fix.
Wait a minute. My father's
Get
now
a hold of that ref.
All right, we're gonna have to, Bobby. You're gonna have to leave. I'm sorry, you're out of control. It's late night. I'm gonna have to get you out of here.
No.
I
Look at
got
Caruso. Look what they.
I'm telling you.
It's a fix, Bobby.
Yeah, that referee, you got to check his credentials out.
Here he is.
That guy. I don't trust him at all. Looks like he's on the take.
Upon review, we do not have wind up.
We do have a honk.
We do have contact.
Not a flagrant
We
foul.
do not have a honk. Therefore,
It was a
clear
we
as
do
day
not
honk.
meet the criteria. He said no honk. I read it. I'm telling you.
We got an obvious and clear
He is
flagrant
on the
honk. That was a flagrant honk.
It was a flop.
That was a.
Dad, stop yelling.
Nobody thinks it was a flop.
No, that's it.
Stop yelling. That
Good. He did that. Grab his dick and twist it. That's what he did. Twist his dick. Twist his dick.
Somebody got to call the game, right? These guys won't do it. I'll do it.
He's right. He's right.
Pero ven acá.
Flagrant honk.
Oh, boy.
That was a flagrant 3 honk. Get him
Oh,
out.
man.
Dan, you're calling it at the gym at the YMCA. You're calling a honk there.
You gotta call the honk.
I don't. That's LA
You
Fitness
gotta
Run.
call
I'm
the
calling
honk.
that.
How is
Exactly.
this not an international controversy? You cannot honk in that
Caruso's
situation.
pissed.
I'm calling that at the Y, bro.
Look,
Yeah, 100%.
Caruso's still yelling at everybody. He honked me. He clearly honked me.
I want to see my dick.
Everybody saw that he honked me. I'm gonna hire a lawyer. That was like on the cusp of sexual assault.
Yo, right there.
They're running out of time.
We got
Run the
six
clock. Run the
point
clock.
game here.
Get
Yep.
it down to about 2 seconds.
Look at
and
the
then
screen.
shoot.
We got a still
Oh,
shot.
clear.
Thank
Clear as
you.
day.
What a great video team shot right there. A clear and obvious honk. How is this not an international controversy?
Yo, he trying to
Give it time, Dan.
circumcise him.
If OKC wins, Dan, these last 2 possessions are exactly how you would have wanted it to happen, which are back-to-back turnovers here, right? It was a
That hit his
steal, a
gooch.
pickpocket of Halliburton, and then Caruso's free throws, and now it looks as though Oklahoma City gets the ball back after another steal.
Yeah. But
Yep.
6
Giants 7, Rocky 6, top of the 8th, by the way.
Thank you, Juju.
Rocky's fighting.
Rockies is
Good
staying
for
in
you.
there.
No quitting that team.
Stay with us after the show for
They don't
the.
call travels in the sport anymore, huh?
Oof.
Right.
Not Chet with the block, bro. Wow. Yeah, go to the hoop. And
He's like, it's my
Slender
time.
Man.
It's Chet time.
Ooh, and an offense.
He went to the hoop.
Miles Turner.
Chet Holmgren, athlete.
Pacers decidedly unstrangled.
This is a big play here.
Big play, Poppy.
Thank you, Poppy.
For all the marbles.
All of them. Well, part of
Not all,
of them.
no,
yet.
not all the marbles. We're a couple games away from that.
Is
Oh,
that
look at
Thomas
this ball
Bryant?
movement. Rick Carlisle.
Chet.
Thomas Bryant.
Corner three.
They need
you
to
never
bring in the closer. That's what they need to bring in.
Thomas
TB.
Bryant.
TV.
Right.
He's gonna close that ticket
Oh.
for you, champ.
Oh,
They
we
got
gotta shoot that.
They got Siakam on SGA right now.
Shoot.
Oh, he's gonna get washed right here.
Great job by
Tough
Siakam.
shot.
Oh,
Deep
good
two.
rebound.
This is a good basketball team, folks.
112, 111.
That's the game.
Look at Siakam.
Siakam puts
Damn.
it in.
Yeah, we got a good
lead with
NBA
109.
Finals. We got a good NBA Finals.
Oh,
How about that?
damn.
How about
Look at
that?
that barn.
You see that, Mike Schur?
I just don't like the Tyrese. This is giving Tyrese Halliburton confidence.
Yeah, he lacks for that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that he feels good about himself right now.
Right.
Hey, you finished third place. You guys are good. This makes you guys look better.
We podiumed.
Yep.
If this was F1, we would have got points. So I'll take solace in that. Thank
Hey,
you,
stay
Mike.
away from IndyCar.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm
You
right
say
there.
you keep your ass in Monaco.
I'm right there.
You don't do the Canadian Grand Prix during IndyCar.
I'm right
All right. Stay away.
Poppy, I want to understand why it is that you were alleging both a fix
You could see the referee. He's a suspect. You can see him. You can see his act. You gotta check him out.
You can see in his
Okay,
what?
you can
If
see he's a
Adam
suspect.
Silver, check him out.
He definitely fits the description.
He is not only a fixer. He has a quick whistle too.
All right, hold on a second. I need Poppy. You're
There's a
being.
lot of
Hold on a
accusations you're
second.
throwing
Hold on.
Time to throw away all journalistic credibility and get reckless. Here is something we like to call reckless speculation.
You're good, Poppy. Go ahead and make that accusation again now.
Oh, yeah, you got to check that referee out. He's suspect, you know. I think that he's on the take, you know what I mean?
Okay. Very strong
call the honk.
accusation from
Didn't
my
call the honk.
father.
It's obvious.
Did not call the honk.
They didn't call the honk. He might be on the take.
So none of you had that.
Le quito el pantalón.
¿Y después?
Lo honqueo completo.
Panties. My father
103,
made
102,
pantalones
101.
panties.
Yeah.
Daniel, the super fan from YouTube, says he called this. And I think he has been in my mentions all day telling me how wrong my take was earlier. I bid you a touche, sir.
You're wrong. Well, wait a minute. You were just asking for this game from Halliburton, and he gave you this game. You were demanding this game from Halliburton, and he gave it to you.
Yeah, he did.
He said he shrinks in big moments.
That's kind of what I said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
You bringing up old stuff, Jeremy?
No, I'm here to say that it's because of you that Tyrese Halliburton answered the call. Indiana Pacers fans should be thanking you, Juju, for nationally calling him out and making him rise to this occasion.
No, thank you,
And we're
Jeremy.
back.
Thank you, Jeremy. Famous Remy boy. Look at SVP. Okay, he's got my
Look
belt.
at the ESPN guy.
ESPN guy.
That's pre-recorded.
There you are.
Yeah.
The guy that got the graveyard shift at the ESPN. No?
The graveyard shift. Yeah,
It is,
Scott
it
Van
is,
Pelt
it
does
is.
have the graveyard shift.
Also, Scott Van Pelt, the constable in Peaky Blinders. He's like the high cop. He's like, but he's also on the take for the Peaky Blinders. That's what you don't see until the third season.
That's when they
Yeah.
know. That's when the writers are like, all right, we got 2 more seasons left.
This game's
Right.
over, people.
Is it?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, it looks like it's
I
over.
mean,
Yeah. Don't
that's how a lot of
tell me that,
Pacers
bro.
game go.
Where's TB?
Right, bro. They need to bring him in. It's over.
He got warm-ups on.
That means a shot got hit. Whose throw was that?
My girl need 2 more points from Pascal Siakam. She over here tripping.
He had that little turnaround he could have hit.
Ouch. Ouch. She could have hit the prop on Siakam with that little shit floater of his.
Right.
Ouch. And you're laughing at
The
her?
first time she made in 2 hours.
You're laughing at your girl for a prop bet on Siakam where she needed a basket?
Yep.
You deserve it. She deserves it.
She be all right.
It should be all right.
Does she need a free throw? Can we get a free throw on purpose? Like what makes her hit the prop
That'd
bet?
be
She
the dude
needs
to foul.
Two,
Right.
She needs 2 or 1.
Yeah, she need 2. Oh, she need 1. She need 1 point from Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, that's
Well, he's
crazy.
definitely going to get fouled here. He'd be the one.
Yeah.
Foul will be topping.
Missed free throw by, I believe that's Jalen.
J-Dub, yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Roy
Jalen
Williams.
That's the second one he's missed.
Come on, man.
35.7 seconds remaining.
Can't do that.
112, 105.
This game's over. Like,
6
I
for
don't, we
10.
don't need to be
It's
watching
very
any of
over.
this.
All right, we can wrap.
We can't wrap. We got Juju on the postgame show. This is all pregame show for Juju's postgame show. Want to thank Mero here for flying in to spend all this time with us. It was a great deal of fun. Want to thank Rémy Martin as well for sponsoring the festivities. These things are complicated to execute.
Foul call. We're good.
So thanks to our friends at Rémy Martin for making this happen. As
that
I
Sam Dallenberg?
said, Juju's going to take over for the alley-oop postgame in moments, and it is, oddly enough, Samuel Dallenberg. All of a
Got him
sudden
before
making-
Thomas Bryant. That's
making-
crazy. Yeah, that's that Benedict guy you kept talking about.
Dallenberg is crazy.
Not a bad uncle.
He also, a very big energy.
Big
also,
fat dumpy ass on that guy.
Yeah, dog. He had him and Othello Harrington.
I don't think we did better tonight than Jalen Brunson and Kyle Lowry as TT. Like I think that was like
That's the thing.
You didn't like Mike Penton as a father?
that was strong actually. Poppy
Bruce
getting
Bochy as a
excited.
father-in-law. Bruce
Poppy
Bochy as a father-in-law.
Taz, that was funny.
Yeah. Bruce Bochy is definitely a father-in-law.
9 for 12 from the field for
He brings you a
Benedict.
bottle.
0-0
For the general.
in 2025 is wild.
They have a 0-0 and a 0 on the floor at the same time.
That shouldn't be allowed.
Who started that? Was it Russ?
0-0?
Being
Double
0?
zero?
No, not doubles, just the zero.
Single?
Russ.
Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas. Okay.
Agent Zero.
Yeah,
Agent Zero, yeah.
0-0 is Robert Parrish.
The Chief.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chief, yeah, goddamn. But he old as shit, boy.
He is. Can you do, in the NBA, can you do like, we've never seen a 0 with another single digit afterwards.
That's what I want
right?
to see. Like a FUBU jersey?
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
0-5?
yeah.
I need that. FUBU jerseys. Let's go in the NBA. Chat.
Brick.
Oh my God.
Cooper
Chuck,
Flag,
bro.
if you're listening, you go 0-5, all right?
See, Cooper.
I was once gifted a custom Hanley Ramirez jersey from someone who didn't know sports, and it had 0-2 on it. And I was just like, this is a terrible gift.
That's sweet.
A custom Hanley Ramirez jersey.
He was number 2, and she
That's
was
a
just like,
sentence that
0-2.
I've never heard
Is he
that.
still alive?
Hanley? Yeah,
I don't know.
he's still
He
with
is
us.
still with us.
That is a
I mean,
joke
do we
from
know?
an 82-year-old man on Hanley Ramirez.
He also
saying,
looks like
"Is
a Dia."
Is
Nice.
Hanley Ramirez
He's put on some
still
weight.
alive?
Yo, he definitely got the energy, bro.
All right, we don't need to be shaming athletes for eating.
Now
a
we're
little
stopping.
Now?
after-
All right,
This is
good.
now
Hanley
David
had the
Ramirez
horniest
was
segment
lying.
ever.
We did stop at Hanley. Not too
What?
much on Hanley.
Right. Did y'all hear Kyrie Irving?
Hanley. That's his
Did y'all hear Kyrie Irving said, "No more cat slander, no more. He gonna come after you."
That's right. He said I'm gonna attack you if you call Cat Zesty. Kyrie's
Right.
coming for you. So
He
y'all
said
tighten
it.
up. Why?
Bobby, what happened? What are you confused?
Are
What was that
they
sound?
going to start playing the tag game now?
Yes,
For
they're going to
foul?
just play fouls right now,
Come on,
Poppy.
you
The
know
game
it.
is over. The game is over,
13,
Poppy. The game's
12,
all over.
11.
Oh, Siakam tonight. Get Siakam. Oh my God!
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Pandemonium.
Is Caroline going
At
to
the
play the
Gottis.
accordion? Doesn't he play the accordion?
Who?
116,
Rick Carlisle.
No, that's Tom
107.
Izzo, Poppy. Rick Carlisle. plays-
I thought it was Caroline.
Thank you,
Tomato,
Rémy Martin.
tomato.
All right. Good
Thank
night,
you,
everybody.
Poppy.
Our thanks to Mero. Our thanks to Rémy Martin. A reminder again that Juju has the alley-oop show. He will give you great analysis. We also have Jorge Sedano joining us right now.
George.
Or George, as we
George Sedan.
Poppy, he's
George
about
with a G.
He's about to join us here from the court where I was saying goodbye a moment ago. But Poppy, I want you to be able to shame Jorge Sedano
Yeah,
when he,
what is this, George? George Sedano. That's not right. Jorge Sedano.
He's literally interviewing Halliburton right now.
All right, but as soon as he's done with
well.
that, he's gonna. What happened, Poppy? What do you mean? Oh well,
He's
what?
interviewing the closer.
He was one rebound away from a triple-double, 22, 11, and 9 for Halliburton. But the leading scorer, Benedict Mathurin, plus 16 in the game, 27 points in 22 minutes.
Halliburton's just a volume inefficient shooter, man. Just
He was 9 of 17.
That's what is that? 48%? That's not good. on like a math test.
It's pretty good against that defense.
And
Your
I think
hating
it's over
did not
50.
work. Your curse did not work. 9 out of 17 is also over 50. Your math did not work.
Yeah, but 9 out of 20, what Shea had, now that's 45%.
Yeah. None of your hating worked. Your curse did not work.
70
Halliburton-
combined points, by the way, for Chet, Jalen, and Shea, and they lose that game, where those three guys have 70 combined. Nobody else stepped up. Lou Dort's the only other guy in double figures. Otherwise, Carson Wallace with 7, Isaiah Hardenstein with 4, Caruso
Kaysen,
with
that's a
8, Isaiah Joe with 6.
Damn.
Is
And
that-
look at Notorious Unk, James Jones.
I was going to say, is that James Johnson behind?
That is
that behind
James
James
Johnson.
Johnson behind Halliburton. That is
He's the security.
Jimmy Johnson. And look at Halliburton's pops, a.k.a. my Tío Popa.
Is that with McConnell's dad right there?
McConnell's dad's like, hey.
Hello there, sir.
Hey, Mr. Halliburton, how you doing?
2
Light
more.
up that Halliburton pack.
Two former heaters, huh?
1738, am I right?
How about it?
So I'm being told that Sedano's going to hop on right now after this interview. So we will wait.
Between the regular season and playoffs, ESPN just showed 20-1 the Indiana Pacers when Halliburton has 20 points and 10 assists. in the
That's
game.
all fine and good. But anytime they pan to the crowd, it's nothing but 2s and 3s, man, in that crowd out there in Indiana. God damn it.
Preach.
I'm sorry, Indiana.
You're not sorry.
It's the truth. I'm not sorry.
You're
I'm
not.
you
You're not.
you know
You're not.
I'm not.
You're not
You
in
know
any
I'm
way
not.
sorry.
You know I'm
Check
not.
Reggie's belt, though. Check Reggie's belt. Let's see what it is.
Reggie taking a picture of his kids with Halliburton.
Was his kid wearing a shirt of him doing the choke sign?
Oh, that
Halliburton
is
doing it or
so
Reggie?
No,
corny.
Reggie.
That is the corniest shit ever, bro. Guys, do something original, bro. I know nostalgia's cool and everything like that, but trust me, I was there. I was born in '83. Nostalgia's cool. I was there when Michael Jackson made Thriller. It's cool today, but if you're 12 years old and you're singing, you know what I'm saying, Thriller to me, get the fuck out of here. Like, come up with some new shit. God damn it.
Jorge Sedano is about to join us from courtside. Mero is angry. He's bothered. Halliburton has won again. This is not a great night for Knicks fans. He tried to curse Halliburton unsuccessfully.
Because I didn't do the botanica and all of that.
You didn't do
I
the chicken with the blood on the floor. You just went a light
Just a light
Santero.
curse.
Yeah, that was
a light curse. A light fuku.
Papi, why are you laughing? What are you laughing about, the Santeria?
No, Santeria. That's big in Hialeah.
That was a bar. That rhymes.
I'm telling you, that's the capital of the Santeria world. Is Hialeah. There is a Santeria store in every corner.
El alcalde.
That's right.
El don. El capo de Hialeah. He knows.
He got me a $10 spare tire.
That's
I
it,
don't
yeah,
know how. I
bro.
don't know how he did it. He has
including installation and
you
tip and
mentioned
everything.
that.
That's what he does. See,
everything,
don't forget that part.
And insurance too for 30 days.
Everything. I have 30 days of insurance.
Parts and labor.
Look at how pleased he is right there. Look at my mother.
Bro, nothing pleases a Latino father more than getting a deal.
Well, how much do you think my father pays for a haircut? Do you want? Why don't you go ahead and ask my father some stories about his haircut history?
¿Cuánto tú pagas?
Oh, man, I tell you, $10. I got a senior haircut.
There you go.
But that doesn't stop there. I'm a big tipper. I gave my barber a 20% tip. That's $2 on top of the 10.
How much more do you want?
$20 tip.
¿Cuánto más quiere? ¿Cuánto más quiere?
12 pesos.
12 pesos.
Yeah.
For how many years? How many years have you been paying $12 for a haircut?
I lost count. and lasts me forever. I don't take a haircut every week. I
Yo.
take a haircut every 3 months.
How you got rent
So you
stabilized
take it on a
haircuts?
monthly basis. It's $4 a haircut or a month.
That's $4 a month, and he also takes care of your nose hair and your ear hair.
The
right?
whole works.
Damn.
The whole works.
Bobby Mira, George, he's right here.
George is here.
Not Jorge.
George.
Not Jorge.
What happened?
Bone to pick with you, Bobby.
What
I got a
happened?
bone to pick with you. I can't believe you called me a fake Cuban. Who gets croquetas with you whenever I'm back in Miami?
I'm told that you changed your name. Now they gotta call you George Sedano. What is this now?
You always called me George Sedano.
Oh, no, I always call you Jorge Sedano. Off with the croquetas.
Do you know
It's Jorge
what?
Sedanos and
You know-
croquetas. That's it.
No, but don't. espérate. Do you know why they call me George? Because my dad, my puppy, was Jorge, and my mom needed to know who she was going to yell at, okay?
Bote paquete.
Tremendo paquete.
Tremendo paquetón.
That's the highest of paquete. Paquetón.
Where you bought that one? In Macy's?
You know what, Papi?
Get his ass.
Papi, next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Lute no more arroz con frijoles with you.
Oh, no.
We're missing the frijoles today.
That's not fair. You cannot take away my
There you
black
go.
beans.
You hit it where it hurts, George.
I know where to go.
Sedano, what the hell was that game?
Holy crap, man. That game was awesome. They were incredibly physical with Shea in a way that I hadn't seen any other team be to this point. Denver had some close moments that way, but these guys really locked in defensively in a way that, again, I hadn't seen before. And, he's the head of the snake, right? Like, if you make it more challenging on him, it becomes more difficult for them to win. They also, let's be honest here, they've had some challenges in the quote-unquote clutch games. And they're now 5-4 in the clutch games these playoffs. Meanwhile, the Pacers are 9-1 in these situations. Now, OKC, they're quick studies, Dan. They lost the first two clutch games in the Denver series and came back to win. They're going to have to figure that part out down the stretch to be able to win this series.
What'd you make of the turnover difference? Like, I don't understand OKC having that many turnovers and Indiana not having any turnovers.
Well, stunning, first of all, number one. But second of all, again, it's really the physicality that they played with that I don't think OKC was truly ready for. When I spoke to Mark Dakedahl before the game, like, he did talk about that with us, knowing that when they come here, he said specifically that the Pacers try to punk you. And he mentioned how when they lost to the Knicks in Game 5, they came here in Game 6 and absolutely out-physicaled the Knicks, and that they needed to be for that. Sorry, Mero, I didn't mean to, rub salt in the wound if you're there.
That's fine.
But that's what he said. And look, you can say it all you want, but being prepared for it is certainly different.
You want to give Mero anything on his Knicks, the coaching search?
Would you like to coach the Knicks? I mean, I don't know, man. Knicks fans don't like me very much, so I don't think that will go over so well. But nonetheless, how did you guys fire Tibbs, bro? Like, what's the deal with that?
I keep getting asked that question like I was the one that fired him.
I'm just saying. Did you have a role?
I all I did was like, yo, your rotation sucked. That's all I said. Other than that, I was like, this guy's great. He gave us an identity. We playing defense now. Even Jalen Brunson and Cat, who are liabilities, you know what I'm saying, due to size and feet size on defense, we're playing defense we're hiding, right? They were able to hide.
Tibbs was switching defensively. He's usually super stubborn. That's not something he normally does. Like, he was, to your point, doing a good job dealing with two guys on the floor that were getting picked on. And I just don't get it. It had to have been really bad behind the scenes for this to happen because they haven't been here in 25 years. It's just crazy. But we shouldn't be talking about the Knicks anymore. We should be talking about the Pacers and the Thunder. Okay?
We should be talking
Enough of Knicks talk.
George, we should be talking about something that was missed, right? There was a call that was missed. Alex Caruso gets hit on a regular foul, but then there was a honk.
That part.
There was a flagrant honk that they did not call.
There was a grabbing of the honk.
There was a foreskin tug.
Yeah, I know. Grabbing of the honk is not a flagrant foul. You got to have a wind up. You got to have, you got to make sure that there isn't a follow through, and there was none of that.
Yeah. There was a follow through. I'm looking at it right now on the screen. There was a blatant honk.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're not an expert. There was a honk. There was an obvious honk.
I would put it in the yank category.
It was close to a yank. It was on the cusp of yank. It was in the neighborhood of yank.
I feel like we need to tell Scott Van Pelt, who's right behind me, to lead with the honk on SportsCenter.
It should lead.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, Juju. Juju is endorsing this. Go over to Van Pelt. Let's ask
him if he saw the honk.
Let's ask him whether he can lead SportsCenter with the honk.
He's live on air at the moment, so that probably
It's
make
fine.
me lose my job.
It's
so
fine.
not a good idea.
You can just say Mero said to do it.
That's right. That's all you need to do. Jorge, good to see you. I can't. Poppy, anything else for Jorge?
No.
George,
Say hello to Kelly and the kids for me.
No, what happened, Poppy? You got to let him have it.
Buddy, I will. I will.
George, if he's going by George, you can't let him go say hello, Kelly.
Jorge. That's it. Jorge. Never mind George.
See you later, Sedano. Good talking to you. Again, our thanks to Rémy Martin, our thanks to Mero. And you want to stay here for the alley-oop show because Juju's going to carry you a lot better than we just carried you. Thank you for enjoying the evening with us. And again, Rémy Martin coming strong for us, making all of this possible. Thank you to everybody for watching. Take it over, Juju. Thank you, sir.
Juju!
Yes, sir. Switch over. We're going to switch streams.